Hello everybody! Right, we are streaming, we are live. Welcome everybody, Net Narrator here once again for some more horrible Epstein Files to do. And horrible in the content, yes, but also because I have to do entire receipts like this. Well, I don't have to, but at the same time, I do kind of have to. Anyway, today we are joined by Dexter, who is on the cat tower, as you can see, right behind my head. Well, you can't see him anymore, but you just did. And Clara is around as well. No doubt she'll be joining us on the stage. By stage, I mean my desk. And you normally see her tail, flicking here. But Dexter's done it a few times as well. Anyways, we're actually going to go straight into it, because we left last time going a decent way through dataset 4 out of the current 12 release files from the DOJ Epstein Files Transparency Act disclosures. So we still got quite a bit to go through. However, we're making very, very good progress, and I am not stopping. I haven't been Clintoned yet or anything like that. And indeed, we're seeing some other things happening. Now, what I like to try and do with these Epstein Files, I mean, I'm not sure if I can actually make a thumbnail that would do it justice. But in the last one, I saw Prince Andrew, who was involved. He's been arrested. I think he's been arrested and released, and he's basically under house arrest at the moment. We'll see how that goes. We've also got Peter Mandelson, who's a politician in my country, who was involved with Epstein, and it's been a major scandal for the government, because he was an advisor from the government, and he was actually giving government information. Okay, I think I need to say allegedly for that, because it's still a court case. He's been allegedly sending government information to Jeffrey Epstein, specifically, and his network and his web of everything going on. So that's why he's on there as well. He's recently been arrested. Apparently he tried to flee the country, according to the Speaker of the House of Commons. So that's very interesting, that. But also, I'm glad that he's been arrested. And at the moment, lawyers are... they're defending him quite hard, but I think we'll probably see that soften in the days to come. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to, well, people are being arrested. I'm actually looking forward to seeing some possible justice for the victims, for the many victims of these crimes. And on that subject, as always, I fully intend for any proceedings gained from this content, along with all of my other Epstein coverage, to go to Speak Out, Act, Reclaim, SAW, founded by Virginia Giuffre, now deceased. And while the organization is not currently accepting donations, and I was unable to set up any official fundraiser via YouTube, I will donate the proceedings when possible, or to a similar organization if it is not possible. And proof of this will be released when I do so. So, I say this at the start of every stream. All my logs are there. By all means, hold me to account, make sure I do it. Not that I intend to go back on my word or anything like that, but there's a lot of YouTubers and there's a lot of content creators that are, they're a bit more dishonest than me. Not I'm the most honest person around, but I am in this case. I very much identify with Virginia Giuffre's cause, and the stuff I covered in 2024 from the first lot of the Epstein Files, the court documents that were released, I basically said, you know what, it's all going to our charity. So it's encouraging that some people are facing justice for their crimes. However, there's still a lot more to go, and there's a lot of people that need to be held accountable. There's a lot of redactions in here that we've seen so far, and when we come across redactions, if I'm able to offer some context and any insight from my comprehension of what I'm reading, I will absolutely mention it. We've got some senators and congressmen in the US, well done to them, who are actually naming names that have been redacted, so media heads, CEOs, that kind of thing as well. That's good. And as I say, I will try my best to cut this down the middle as possible. It's not my place to do this from a partisan perspective, like saying, oh yeah, my guy's innocent, but these guys on these political opponents of mine definitely are guilty. Not my place to do that. I'll leave that to the involved people. My goal is to just cut this down the middle, and the only side I am on is on the side of the victims, and I hope they get justice. And shout out to those senators, congressmen I mentioned earlier, and to my fellow content creators that are also covering this, because it's very clear that it's people like us that are leading the charge on this. The media, the legacy media, old media, they are not necessarily doing that. And now that we've seen some of the names being released, we sort of know why. So keep up the good work. I hope to do my part as well. Anyway, let's carry on. This is a receipt. It's incredibly boring, but I promise we'll get to some more interesting stuff. This is just 10 pages of this. And yes, I'm starting earlier than usual. I want to get a decent chunk of the way through dataset 4. I don't think I'll be able to complete dataset 4 tonight. I might be able to do so within the next couple of streams. Hopefully the next stream, maybe the stream after. But I've got my predictions from before. Anyway, 16980.txt. Now, these were all repeats from what I've done before. However, I'm going to go through it again. So, subscriber profile 083. C-type retail, disk reason non-payment of B date 010906. Account number, redacted bill cycle 8. Account name, nothing there. L name, redacted. Address, redacted. City, St. West Palm Beach, Florida, 33417-4212. HPHN, WKPHN. Workplace, I'm assuming that stands for. Spouse, nothing mentioned there. DOB, redacted. ASOC, group, 00. Driver's license, I'm assuming. Income, nothing there. Credit number, nothing there. CXP 00/00 C-type. Entry 90805, 2005. BL through 10906. LST pay 111005. Rate 0.00. Tax 0.00. Last payment 58.35. Bow due 0.00. Last bill 0.00. Write-off 174.40. Comment, nothing there. Wet work order. Oh, I should say, if I look like I get teary-eyed during the webcam, it's not because I'm getting all emotional. It's because I took a fuck ton of medicine before doing this stream. It's something I need to do to sort of clear my throat a little bit, clear my airwaves, make sure my voice doesn't crack like 2 hours in. Because, contrary to popular belief, narrating and reading stuff is not that easy, especially when I have to do it day in, day out. So my voice does crack, it does get a little dry. I drank a fuck ton of water before this, so I'm probably going to go up to go pee a couple of times, but, you know, that's part of the course. But yeah, if my voice cracks again like it did last time, I will end the stream, but I've taken precautions, so I hopefully go a little bit longer. Available functions: F key, action requested. F1, direct adjustments. F2, work orders. F3, special agreement. No. F4, manual switch interface. F5, billing address. F6, sub-maintenance. F7, services, 0. F8, pay, adj, pos, n. F9, deposits. F10, billing history. F11, memo, n. Ticket, no. F12, pending work orders, n. Controls: bonus award, prog, n. Poor bill, 0 months. No charge, n. No late charge. Dunning paperwork, e-bill, n. ESC exit subscriber process menu. Cellular phones. And this says CBHN-INQ. Disconnected 10906, non-payment of bill. MDN number redacted. MIN number 00000, redacted. I was lost in place there. Account redacted. Cus type retail. Name redacted. We've got a little bit of an uncovering here. It looks like a long line that goes down. So I'm just looking at the keyboard. Could be an M, for example. In fact, I think it's likely it's an M rather than an I. I think that's an M for mother. And then that's redacted as well. So lock code, yeah, that's just the last letter though. I don't know what else. ESN redacted, hex 21330 DA6, model 605 Nokia 6015. Location H, handheld, salesman. Z38 US cell. CSR ID, commission, nothing there. Contract 0001, no contract. Activate 90805, port status 0. Lock date 90805, term date 10/0805. Toll carrier 0288, AT&T. Origination conv perch, lease campaign, standard transmission number, feature transmission number, batch date, nothing recorded there. I already said CPHN-INQ. Functions available: F1 forward, F2 backward. F3 show services, F4 3 minutes, no. F5 trouble ticket, no. F6 switch manager. F7 rate plan analysis. F8 minute adjustments or minute adjustments. I would say minute adjustments. F9, phone maintenance. F11, airtime summary. Calls through 9/26/06/1920. Sorry, just looking at the chat from Aaron. Aaron, you're back. Oh wow, and thank you for your message on Discord as well. Okay, I don't know what that was okay in regards to, but I'll take it. And Flint is there as well. Hello, Flint. Brit boy, that is me. Where the fuck was I? Minute adjustments, phone maintenance, and F11 airtime summary. Calls through 9/26/06/1920. Lease build, lease balance 0.00. MTD usage charges, no tax. Room air charges, toll charges, other charges, total MTD charges 0.00 across the board for that. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I did take some medicine before that, so hopefully that will keep me going. ESC exit to subscriber profile. Subscriber profile 083. C-type retail disc. Disc reason non-payment of B date 01. Account number redacted, bill cycle 8. Account name, nothing there. L name redacted, address redacted. City, St. West Palm Beach. FL 3341. HPHN. Work phone, I'm assuming that means. Workplace, spouse, nothing there. DOB redacted. So group. Drive license, income, credit number, nothing there. CEXP 00/00. Select option. Memo inquiry, page 003. Collections memo, date 12/09/05, 11:41. CSR SB HOTLN. Requester. Account hotline memo. This account was hotlined by SBHOTLN on 12/09/05. Hotlined by Fredit Process. Not wanting to overstress your voice. Yep, that's basically it. And part of the medicine is something I sort of rub under my nose, on my chest, on my throat. So, yeah, that's causing a little bit of teary eye for me. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Entry 90805, BL through 10906, LSD pay, rate 0.00, tax 0, last payment 58.35, Baldu 0, last bill 0.00, write-off 174, comment, webwork order. And on this side, F1, page forward, F2, page back, F3, add, F5, del, F6, CHG, F7, cell type, F8, cell date. ESC exit subscriber process menu. Subscriber profile 083, C-type retail, disc. Disc reason, non-payment of B, date 01, account number, redacted, bill cycle 8, account name, nothing there, L name, redacted, address, redacted. City, Street, West Palm Beach, Florida 3341. HPHN, WKPHN, workplace, spouse, nothing there, DOB redacted, SO group, income, drive license, credit number, nothing there, CEXP 00/00, entry 90805, BL through 10906, LST pay, rate 0.00, tax 0, last payment 58.535, Baldu 0, last bill 0.00, write-off 174, comment, webwork order. Yeah, that might be a repeat there. Select option. Memo inquiry, page 002. Collections memo, date 10906-10, 1000. CSR SB disk. Requester, account disconnect memo. This account was disconnected by SB disk on 010906. Disconnected by Fredit Process. F1 page forward, F2 page back, F3 add, F5 del, F6 CHG, maybe change, F7 cell type, F8 cell date. ESC, where am I? ESC exit subscriber process menu. Subscriber profile 083. C-type retail disc, nothing there. Disc reason WMP new port out date 07/21/06. Account number redacted. Bill cycle 9. Account name nothing there. L name address both redacted. City Street West Palm Beach Florida 33409-0000. HPHN. Oh sorry. HPHN. Yeah. WKPHN. I'm assuming PHN is phone. Workplace, spouse, nothing there. DOB redacted. A little bit of stuff at the bottom, but I think that's just slashes. A SOC group, both 0. Driver's license, credit number, income, nothing there. CEXP 00/00 C-type. Entry 20806. BL through 7/21/06. Last pay 7/05/06. Rate 0.00. Tax 0.00. Last payment 54.00, Baldu 0.00, last bill 0.00, write-off 56.12. Comment, WMP customer, PO, do not disk or change MDN, NM. Okay, no, is this a repeat? No, I'm going to do it anyway. Available functions, F key, action requested, F1, direct adjustments, F2, work orders, F3, special arrangement, no, F4, manual switch interface, F5, billing address, N, F6, sub-maintenance, F7, services, 0, F8, pay, ADG, POS, N, F9, deposits, N, F10, billing history, F11, memo, N, ticket, no, F12, pending work orders, N, controls, bonus award, prog, N, poor bill, months, no charge, N, no late charge, N, dunning, Y, paperwork, N, e-bill, N. ESC exit subscriber process menu. Cellular phones, disconnected 72006, WMP, new port out, MDN number redacted, min number 00000 redacted, account redacted, cust type, retail, name redacted. And this is a repeat here. So I'm going to move past that part. And I'm just going to carry on from here. User, nothing there. Lock code, nothing there. ESN, redacted. Hex equals 1A0B827A. Model 6255. Nokia 6255. Location H. Handheld. Salesman B14, redacted. CSR ID, nothing there. Commission 999, no commission. Contract 0001, no contract. Activate 20806, ported status 0. Lock date 20806. Term date 30806. Toll carrier 0288 AT&T. Organization inventory, lease campaign, standard transmission number, feature transmission number. I'm assuming that's transmission. Batch date, all of that's got nothing, got no entries. Oh, fuck. This bit's all repeat, so I'm going to carry on from here. Can you see my mouse? I think you should be able to see my mouse. Yeah, it's there. It might be that I wasn't sort of clicked on it at the time. Calls through 92606, 1920. Lease build, lease balance, both 0.00. MTD usage charges, no tax, and all of these 0.00. Roma air charges, toll charges, other charges, total MTD charges. That might also be a repeat there. Oh. Exit to subscriber profile 083. C-type retail, disk. Disk reason, WMP, new port out, date 07, account number redacted, 2 bill cycle 9, account name, L name address, all redacted, City Street, West Palm Beach, Florida 3340, HPHN, work phone, workplace, spouse, nothing there, DOB redacted, so group, income, driver's license, cred number, nothing there, CEXP 00/00, entry 20806, BL through 72106, LST pay, rate 0.00, tax 0, last payment 54.00, Baldu 0, last bill 0.00, write-off 56. Comment, WMP customer PO, do not disk or change MDN, NM. Okay. Now, this is new, I believe. So, memo inquiry. So, oh, yeah, select option at top. Memo inquiry, page 005. Profile memo, date 7/19/06/1209. CSR, XJEFTUR. Requester, WMP. Port out to T, denied, reason all. 56157404000. And this is a repeat here, so I'm not going to bother with those options again. ESC exit subscriber process model. Menu, subscriber profile 083. C-type, retail, disk reason, WMP, new port out, date 07, account number redacted, 2, bill cycle 9, account name, L name address, all redacted, City Street, West Palm Beach, Florida, 3340, ASPHN, work phone, workplace, spouse, nothing there, DOB redacted, so group, driver's license, income, cred number, nothing there, CEXB 00/00, entry 20806, BL through 72106, last pay, or LST pay, or last paid maybe, rate 0.00, tax 0, last payment 54.00, Baldu 0, last bill 0.00, write-off 56. Comment, WMP customer PO, do not disk or change MDN, NM. Okay, so I think this is the new page because this is 0.04. 004, not 0.0 anything. Memo inquiry, profile memo, date 7/19/06-17, 06, 1749 CSR, XLAIHIL, requester WMP, port out to TMOB, status confirmed, reason all, 561 bracket 574-0400. These options we've selected before. So, left part, these are all repeats. So we got page 3, page 4. I'm going to continue along the right-hand side, because that's the only stuff that's new. Left side, we've done it several times now. It is all the same. These are repeats. So, yeah. I think the reason why it's formatted like this, I mean, you can sort of tell by the way it's formatted. It's a very old format. So I suspect they need to have the subscriber profile on the left side, and the actual new stuff is on the right side. As people scroll down, it's like you don't have sort of windows where you can scroll up, down, that kind of thing. You have to literally press a button to access, like, the next sort of page. And the page, in this case, just being what is here. So these are essentially all screenshots and screen caps from that. But it seems to me at all times you have to have the customer details on the left-hand side. It's an old system. I worked with similar systems when I used to be with RBS. I guess I shouldn't dox myself too much, but it doesn't matter. I used to work with ancient old systems like that. It's frustratingly slow. You have to click certain buttons to get to the next page. Data entry is a pain in the ass. But obviously, for those that don't know, perhaps some of the younger viewers haven't seen anything like this. Like, some of these backroom systems, absolutely ancient. It's sort of, I guess it's sort of like something you see out of the Matrix, with all the numbers floating down and all of that. Very, very ancient old systems, or some of the earliest, basically, computer interfaces you could see. This is a very, very old system. But a lot of modern day companies, like banks, for example, all of that, they are still built on this system, and like future iterations, they're sort of layered on top of each other. So, for example, phone networks, they've been around for a while. Their system, with their databases and all that, they're sort of built on the old systems that sort of first emerged when computers became a thing. So that's why it's in this format. It looks horrible, though. Anyway, select option. Memo inquiry, page 003, profile memo. Date 7/1906, 2057 CSR, XGERHIM, requester port rec confirmed, port out to name address account, hash PSWD, WMP. This is a repeat here, these options here, as we've done before. Yeah, it sounds like the era before smartphones. Long before that, I'm afraid. But we are seeing these dates, like 2006, but I would say likely from before. Oh, hello. Dexter move. You okay? Yeah, you are. Dexter's the good boy. Clara, throughout the entire day, has jumped onto the desk and been an absolute troll. Anyway, that's a distraction. I need to stop. I need to just blast through this as quickly and as effectively as I can. Memo inquiry, page 002, work order memo, work order number 2105376, date 7/21/06/08, and then the time is 08:27. CSR XKATLIN1, requester, was disconnected due to WM number port out, 0000 here. Yep, this entire thing is a repeat. We're still on the subscriber profile. We've seen the available functions before. So we're going to carry on down. Yep, 63.05 could be the last payment here. That does seem to be the last thing I've seen. I'll do this bit first, because I'm not convinced that this bit is a repeat. Yeah, all of the bill cycles, FL33142. That's we've seen that before. I think these entries and the last payments, and the last payment and write-off, that's different. So I'm going to go do that now. So moving from here, entry 32505, BL through 122605, last pay 110305, rate 0.00, tax 0.00. Same with Baldu. Last payment 63.05. That's new, I think. Last bill 0.00. Write-off 189.00. Come in there. And we've seen this bit as well, so there's no need to carry on with that. With the controls and the functions, you don't need that. Okay. Now, this is squished further to the left. However, I do think it's a repeat. City Street is Miami. It seems that the redaction that was covering that previously has sort of lifted. I mean, it's, they mention West Palm Beach all the time. It's probably Miami, Florida. I'm pretty sure West Palm Beach is Miami, Florida. I'm not American, so I'm sure you guys can confirm that. Okay, this we've seen before, 63.05. We've seen that before. So this is the new thing here. Serviceable units. Phone number, stat, decimal, ESN, hex, ESN, and plan. So phone numbers for both these two entries, I believe, they're redacted, stat, D, and D. Status legend, D is disconnected. So these are disconnected numbers. A would be active, H would be hotlined. Not sure what that would mean in this context. Decimal ESN, redacted. I think this one starts with a 0 because they failed to cover that redaction there. Hex ESN, it seems to be the same column, these ones. So 2CC29B85 and repeated again here. Plan U40 and U40 here as well. Okay, right. This is different. We're going to carry on from here. I think this is partly different as well, but we're going to go from here. Disconnected 32505. Oh, hang on. No, we haven't gone for these options yet. F1 page forward, F2 page back, F3 enter, phone up, down, select, accept, enter, exit. Disconnected 32505, MDN number, redacted. Last digit is a 7. The redaction didn't cover that. That is definitely a 7. Min number 00000, redacted. Account, redacted. Dash 1. Customer type, retail, name, redacted. It's a short name, I will point out. User, nothing there. Lock code, nothing there. ESN, redacted. Hex equals 2CC29B85. Model 6015. Yeah, and Nokia 6015. It's unredacted there. Location, H, handheld. Salesman, 999, call center. CSR ID. Commission, 999, no commission. Contract, 0001, no contract. Activate, 32505. Ported status. Lock date, 32505. Term date, 42505. Toll carrier, 0288, AT&T. Organization, Core Punch. Lease campaign. Standard transmission number. Feature transmission number. Batch date. Nothing there. These we've done before. So there's no need for me to do this repeat here. Calls through 92606, 920. Release build, release balance 0.00. MTD usage charge, no tax, and the rest of these are 0.00 as well. I'll repeat it again just because it's been a little while since we did that. Roma Air charges, toll charges, other charges, total MTD charges. Whew. I've got to articulate. I have the voice for it. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm used to reading stories, not fucking financial reports. Ugh. Oh yeah, and whiskey today is a very, very nice vanilla flavored one. I'm glad my my relatives didn't drink all of my alcohol when they spent last week over here. But yeah, I deserve it, I think. I just hope it doesn't break my throat or anything. I should be fine now though. Ask asset to subscriber profile. Billing history inquiry. MRS Herb. Yeah, I think these are just column headings here. 020 44952 Bell due 0.00, current 0.00, hash late pays free. That's page 5. Yeah, all of this is 16980.txt. I think I've covered that before, but just in case, all of these are part of the same text document, so that's why I've been omitting that heading. Status disk unbill 0.00. Bill cycle 25, serve term 0.00. So 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, and over 90, all of it is 0.00, and number of no pays is 1. So someone hasn't been too accurate in paying their phone bill. I can understand that. Change MDN, March 5th. WHISTINQ. So redacted. This is a 7 again. Old MDM, new MDM. WK ORD. I think it's INIT maybe, and F date 32505 CSR XSIDWIL for both. That's March 5th up there. Change into yen. Installs deposit service. Next one. Okay. I think controls is new. Yeah, I think the newest things here, apart from all of this is being repeated, is 102705. I think that might be new. Also new is entry 32605 BL through 102705 last pay 82705. Rate tax Baldu 0.00, last payment 52.36. I think that's new. Last bill 0.00, write off 157.98. Comment. Okay. All of these options are N, so I think that's actually a change from before. Special agreement no, manual switch interface, billing address N, sub-maintenance services, pay, AG POS N, deposits N, billing history, memo N, ticket no, pending work orders N. Controls bonus war prog N, pull bill months, nothing there. No charge N, no late charge N, dunning Y, paperwork N, e-bill N. This left column we've covered before. This right one I think we might have, actually. But I think this column was redacted, so I'm going to repeat it. Searchable units, phone number, redacted, stat, DD, decimal ESN, 035131595537, that's for both. Hex ESN, 23C8CC71 for both. Plan U40 for both. Okay, and yeah, it mentioned status legend there. We covered that last time. Okay, this one's new. Disconnected 102705 non-payment of bill. MDN number redacted, min number 00000 redacted, account redacted, cust type retail, name redacted, user, lot code ESN. Oh no, user and lot code nothing there, ESN redacted, hex equals 23C8CC71. Model 1200, X1200, location H, handheld, salesman, X23, Olympus Cellular. CSR ID, nothing there, commission 999, no commission, contract 0001, no contract, activate 32605, porter status, nothing under porter status, log date 32605, term date 42605, toll carrier 0288 AT&T, organization conv perch, lease, campaign, standard transmission number, feature transmission number, batch date, nothing there. This we've covered before, that's a repeat. I'll redo this. I'll redo this top line. Calls through 92606 1920, and the rest of these are 0.00 and no tax. We've covered these columns before. Okay. Ask exit to subscriber profile. Billing history inquiry. Rodriguez Simon. This is the first name we've had. I mean, maybe that's... Yeah, Simon Rodriguez. This is a person. 020-4501-4125, Baoju 0.00. Status disk, unbilled 0.00. Bill cycle 26, serve term 0.00. And all of these, current 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, over 90 is 0.00 across the board. Number of late pays, 6. Number of no pays, 1. Pay your damn bills, people. Right, next one. A change NDN, March 5th, WHIST-INQ. Redacted, old MDN and new DM. Let me repeat that. Redacted for old MDN and new MDM. WK ord init and F date. Init, I'm assuming it stands for initial date. And both are the same. 32605 CSR X2 JAVPEN. This is a repeat on the side there. I mean, installs deposit service is just one line. It's fine. I can repeat that. All right, next one. Yep. Customer subscriber profile 083. So these are all retail phone numbers, sort of covered by the same profile in the way. So these numbers are possibly not for Epstein himself, but for members of his staff. So I assume the logs from some of these will be quite interesting. All right, subscriber profile 083. C-type retail, disk, nothing there. Disk reason, non-payment of B, date 10 plus. Oh no, that's not a 10 plus, it's... Yeah, that's just the formatting. Account number redacted, 5, bill cycle 26, account name, nothing there. L name redacted, address, redacted, City Street, Lake Worth, Florida 3346. Okay, well, we're going to do the left column and then the right column. I'll need to go back a little bit to do the right column. So, yep, I'll carry on from here. HPHN, WKPHN, workplace, spouse, nothing there. So group, DOB redacted. Driver's license, income, credit number, nothing there. CEXP00/00. Entry 32605. BL through 102705. Last paid, nothing there. Rate 0.00. Tax 0. Baldu 0. Last payment 52.36. Last bill 0.00. Write off 157. Comment. Yep, so, yeah. Let's go for the right column. Memo inquiry, collections memo, date 9/27/05. Time 08/08. CSR SBHOTLN. Requester. Account hotline memo. This account was hotlined by SBHOTLN on 05/27/05. Hotline by threaded process. And we've seen those options before. Okay. And here we got saying this is a repeat. City Street, Lake Worth. That's the only change. Oh no, we actually have a DOB. DOB is not redacted in this one. So the DOB for this part of the subscriber profile could indeed be a repeat for more of it. Is 5/24/1988. So if I can do my magical net powers, they're 37 or 38. I think I got the math right. Anyway, all of this is the same again. Last payment 52.34. Write off 157. Entry 32605. BL through 102705. All right, right column. Memo inquiry, page 002. Collections memo, date 10/27/05 at time 0727. CSR CB disk. Requester account disconnect memo. This account was disconnected by a CB disk on 10/27/05. Disconnected by threaded pros. These are repeats again. Okay, this is mostly a repeat, but the only difference is, this is the 8th bill cycle, 27. Different bill cycle. City Street, Lake Worth, FL 33460-3935. Again, repeats with nothing added here. DOB is covered this time. Driver's license, credit number, income, nothing there. CEXP 00/00. So these are any new things. So entry 11/27/05, BL through 11/27/06, a last pay 9/26/06, rate 45.90, tax 8.81, last payment 54.61, bow due 54.71, last bill 54.71, write off 0.00, comment, nothing there, webbook order. So none of the others had like tax and all of these numbers. Not well, yeah. All the other entries had 0.00 for all of these, so it could be that this is the master profile in the way. Possibly not. Anyway, this we've done before. Controls bonus award prog N pool bill 0 months, no charge N, no late charge, dunning paperwork nothing there, e-bill N. Okay, this next one. Okay. Right. NGN number, redacted, min number, 00000, redacted. Account, redacted. Cust type, retail, name, redacted. User, lock code, nothing there. ESN, redacted. Hex equals 191D04EB. Model. I mean, it's copied over here, but 3200MP. And it's model LG-VX3200MP. Location H, handheld, salesman, Z38 US cell. CSR ID, commission, nothing there. Contract 0001, no contract. Activate 11/27/05, porter status. Log date 11/27/05, term date 12/27/05. Toll carrier 0288 AT&T. Organization conv perch. Lease campaign, standard transmission number, feature transmission number. Batch date, nothing there. Functions available we've had before, so this one's new. Only change that's not repeated at the top is calls through 92606 1920. The rest is 0.00 and no tax under MTD usage charge. And that's the end of that bit. God, I hate narrating financial records. It is so boring. And it's a bit of a tongue twister as well. Okay, something new. Metro PCS, declaration for Metro PCS records. Redacted, security compliance, redacted. RE case number 31E MM108062. Target number redacted and redacted. I, redacted, hereby declare I am employed by Metro PCS Inc. and have been designated as custodian of records with responsibility for Metro PCS's compliance with the subpoena dosis tecum, search warrant or court order. Yeah, they like to use Latin in law. The attached records are true copies of all the records described in the legal process, subpoena, search warrant, or court order. I personally have conducted or supervised compliance by Metro PCS with the subpoena dosis tecum, search warrant, or court order. The records are either call detail or subscriber records, employee records, or other wireless records, depending upon the legal process, subpoena dosis tecum, search warrant, or court order request. The subscriber records were prepared by Metro PCS personnel in the ordinary course of business at or near the time of the act, condition, or event. Account information is entered into the Metro PCS billing system, where the data is stored. The custodian of records retrieves the stored data from the Metro PCS billing system via billing software for compliance purposes. Yeah, I told you it was something financial. All financial, billing stuff. Metro PCS allows its customers unlimited use of their services, and therefore does not need call detail records for billing purposes. Call detail records are maintained solely for the purpose of complying with legal processes as mandated by CALEA. Metro PCS selected VeriSign to store call detail records for the purpose of complying with legal processes as mandated by CALEA. VeriSign is a secure third-party provider and is an active consultant to federal agencies and the Office of Homeland Security. Call detail is recorded at the Metro PCS switch at the time of the event. Metro PCS makes it a regular business practice to have the records stored for the purpose of meeting requirements for assisting government agencies with lawful subpoena requests for subscriber records. The call detail is electronically transmitted to VeriSign, where the data is stored. VeriSign provides a static IP address for a dedicated secure circuit for retrieval of these records. The call detail files are maintained for approximately 6 months, depending on size and quantity, after which they are automatically purged. Certification of no records, that a thorough search of our files revealed no documents, records, or other material called for in the subpoena. That was not selected. What was selected was requested call detail records existed at one time, but all or some of the records have been purged. I'll zoom that in a little bit for you. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. Executed at Dallas, Texas on 9th, 24th, 06. So this was requested 2006, 20 years ago. So, as I say, they were on to Epstein for a long-ass time. But, yeah, for so long they got away with it. I understand that they need to get all their ducks in a row in evidence, otherwise the guy walks, but they knew this has been going on for a long-ass time. And this is by Redacted Compliance Analyst. Tips for reading call detail. Please read these tips thoroughly before calling with questions. Thank you very much. So listen up, everybody. Build phone. For outgoing calls, the number subpoenaed, target number. For incoming calls from another Metro PCS customer. Note, an incoming call from another Metro PCS customer, under DIR, will generate 2 records, rows. One record is for the Metro PCS subscriber calling the target number. The other record is for the target number receiving the call. SF5859 and 63 also generates 2 records, of which one reveals the cell site. Market, the number of the market. Call date, the date of the call. Time, the hour, minute, and second the call was placed. Dialed number, the actual number dialed by the caller, e.g. number 67. For blocked caller ID calls. Note, SF5859 and 63 automatically generates 3 extra digits in this column. These numbers are generated by the switch and not dialed by the subscriber. Dest number, the actual number called, destination number, the number receiving the call. DIR, the direction of the call. ML, Metro PCS to land, brackets, non-Metro PCS. LM, land, non-Metro PCS to Metro PCS. MM, Metro PCS to Metro PCS. SF, a number indicating whether the call record was for a special feature. The most common special feature codes are 01, 58, 59, and 63. 00, no special feature. 01, call waiting. 53, call waiting. 54, speed call. 58, voicemail deposit. 59, voicemail retrieval. 63, subscriber is receiving a call while traveling outside his home switch. Note, records with SF63 is a routing record and numbers are subject to being misconstrued due to translations. A second record provides appropriate data for the subscriber. MMSS, the duration of the call in minutes and seconds. Caller ID, an incoming caller's phone number. Cell, the cell site where the billed phone call was sent or received. The letter represents the switch or market. Atlanta, A, switch 1, B, switch 2. Dallas, L. Detroit, D. Florida, M1, N2, O3, P4. Tampa, T. Sacramento, S. San Francisco, F, switch 1, G, switch 2. The first number represents the sector, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, or 3 in address list. 2 equals north, 3 equals southeast, 4 equals southwest, generally. The last 3 numbers represent the number assigned to the site. Note, all attempted calls are recorded. Some calls are either abandoned or not completed, resulting in some incomplete records, or 0 minutes and 0 seconds in duration. And that is the end of the file, and that was after streaming for over 45 minutes. I hope the rest isn't nearly as long as that, or as tedious. Oh, this one should be better. Okay, new stuff in the chat. Metro PCS used to be a... Let me just move that across. Company known for selling phones to people who couldn't really afford to have, so they're usually like burners or throwaways. Yep, that's understandable. Yeah, like prepaid phones and stuff, that would make sense. And if you're doing dodgy shit, prepaid phones are the way to go. Although I can imagine there's a level... There would have been extra levels of compliance in place, since the good old days. Like, I know in the US you can buy, like, prepaid phones from Walmart and stuff, so, yeah. If you want to go, like, hey, want to buy some drugs? You go to Walmart first. So if they were doing this in, like, between 2000 and 2010, I don't want to call it the noughties. That's a stupid name for it. Between 2000 and 2010, yeah, that would make sense. Right, next file. Redacted. Great start. 1. Pursuant to a federal investigation regarding the sexual exploitation of minors. Redacted. A victim was interviewed by the FBI. Redacted. Identifying information is recorded below. Name. Redacted. Race. Redacted. Sex, female. DOB, redacted. Husband, redacted. Home address, redacted. Loxahatchee, Florida, 33470. Cellular telephone, redacted. Cellular telephone, redacted. Husband. Work, redacted. Bottom, redacted. United States District Court, Southern District of Florida. In RE grand jury subpoenas, Dulce's Tecum numbers, OLY 63 and OLY 64. FGJ 07-103, in brackets WPB. Supplemental ex parte declaration number 1 in support of United States response to motion to quash subpoenas. Filed under seal. United States District Court, Southern District of Florida. In RE grand jury subpoenas, Dulce's Tecum numbers, OLY 63 and OLY 64. FGJ J07-103 WPB, under seal. Supplemental ex parte declaration number 1 in support of United States response to motion to quash subpoenas. I, redacted, state that the following is true and correct to the best of my information and belief. 1. I am currently employed as a special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and have been so employed for the past 10 years. I am assigned to the Miami Division, Palm Beach County Resident Agency, and for the past 3 years I have been assigned to investigate mostly child exploitation cases. As explained in my earlier declaration, I am the case agent assigned to the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein's solicitation of minors to engage in prostitution and his lewd and lascivious conduct with minors. Sorry, strange words. 2. After filing the declaration in support of the United States response to the motion to quash subpoenas, I located and interviewed another girl, redacted, who was recruited to engage in prostitution with Jeffrey Epstein. 3. another early date, in 2001. Redacted, age 14, was recruited by another female, redacted, I'm assuming an initial nickname, to provide Epstein with a personal massage. The first time that Redacted brought Redacted to Epstein's home at 358 El Brillo Way, Palm Beach, Florida, Redacted and Epstein redacted in front of Redacted. Redacted was 17 years old at the time. Redacted's first contact with Epstein at the age of 15 was for the purpose of providing him with personal massages. 4. Redacted estimates that she returned to Epstein's home approximately 100 times between 2001 and 2003. Epstein redacted in redacted presence during all but 3 of the massages she provided. During additional visits, Epstein tried to engage redacted in more and more sexual behavior. On one occasion, Epstein introduced an unidentified female who redacted massively. At the end of each massage, Redacted was paid $200 to $400 by Epstein. 5. On one occasion, when Redacted was approximately 16 years old, Epstein's assistant, Redacted, telephoned Redacted and told her that Epstein wanted Redacted to photograph her. Redacted traveled to Epstein's Palm Beach home, where Redacted took a series of nude photographs of Redacted, posing at several locations on Epstein's property. Redacted was paid $500 for posing nude for the photographs. Redacted reported that Redacted used a digital camera to take the nude photographs. 6. This information further leads me to the belief that the computers that are the subject of the grand jury subpoena are likely to contain evidence of Jeffrey Epstein's solicitation of minors to engage in prostitution and may contain child pornography. I declare under penalty of perjury, pursuant to 28 U.S.C. number 1746, that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Executed this, nothing there, day of August 2007. Special Agent Redacted, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Yeah. I suspect we're going to get a few of these. I'm sorry, I'm probably going to clip that, depending on how long this is. I need to basically clip stuff like that. We're past the financial records. We've got some actual testimonies coming out. Okay. AGW, Atterbury, Goldberger, and YSPA. I'm assuming these are returnees. 1 Clear Lake Center, Suite 1400, 250 Australian Avenue South, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Okay, this label says West Palm Beach or search. Yeah, I'm assuming this is beach. FL 33401. That's $0.41. I'm assuming that's the cost of the stamp. Meter KBY 1707 384 3979. Redacted, Federal Bureau of Investigation, redacted, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Opened and inspected. 33401, $5944. I think that's a $. CO31. Covering letter. Okay. Let's repeat. These names are Joseph R. Atterbury, Jack A. Goldberger. There's... Oh no, I thought that was a sign of... I thought that sign meant that this partner was deceased. Jack A. Goldberger, Jason S. Weiss. Asterisk is board-certified criminal trial attorney. This symbol is member of New Jersey and Florida bars. May 17th, 2007. Redacted Esquire, Assistant United States Attorney. Office of the United States Attorney, Southern District of Florida. Redacted, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. REJEGE, Inc., Jedge, and Hyperion Air Inc., Hyperion. Dear Redacted, Thank you very much for your letter dated May 15th, 2007, concerning the subpoenas issued to Jedge, Inc. and Hyperion Air, Inc., along with your agreement to extend compliance deadlines until May 29th, 2007. I apologize for any confusion concerning representation created by my letter to you of May 10th, 2007, on behalf of the corporations, and the subsequent telephone call you received from Lily Ann Sanchez, also on behalf of the corporations. Please be advised that I am working with Lily Ann Sanchez and Gerald B. Lefcourt in regard to these subpoenas. Accordingly, please feel free to speak to or communicate with myself, Ms. Sanchez, and or Mr. Lefcourt concerning matters related to the subpoenas. Very truly yours, Jack A. Goldberger. CC, SA Redacted, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Lady Ann Sanchez, Esquire. Gerald B. Lefcourt, Esquire. Redacted, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. I'm assuming these are pages. P5 is the first number. Redacted. F redacted. www.agwpa.com. Okay. Audio tape inventory. Okay. Let's deal with the numbers first. All of these are ticked. 1 to 16 highlighted. 2 and 8 are crossed out. 1, 3, and 9 are circled. So 1 is redacted. Part 2. Note difficult to hear. Redacted, controlled call. Redacted, side A only. Difficult to hear. Redacted, difficult to hear. Redacted, so-so. Redacted, difficult to hear. Redacted, so-so. Telephone call, redacted. Redacted, difficult. Redacted, so-so. Redacted, difficult to hear. Redacted, pretty good. Redacted, good. Redacted, difficult to hear. And dash redacted, 22807, investigation redacted. Under 15, redacted, pretty good. 16, redacted, follow-up, pretty good. Audio tape inventory. So are these audio interviews with witnesses, or are they logs and audio stuff pulled from Epstein? Well, I guess we'll find out. Possibly. Okay, alright. Yeah. We've got a little bit more context here. 4 pictures. Oh, Jesus. Well, this is difficult to read. 4 pictures. Straight access. I think this is incoming, outgoing. Telegram calls? Calls, I think. I want to say this is Telegram. Or... yeah, I think Telegram calls, I think. That's a very... you know, I'm not old enough to necessarily know about, you know, older styles of calls. Telegram calls, maybe, I don't know. This is slash redacted pictures, I think that says. PICT, that's definitely what that says, at least. So, pictures, possibly. Alright. Redacted slash redacted. Here is the call breakdown I use for the chart. This is what is on my spreadsheets. I am going to double check all of the redacted calls, using only redacted's records for the final numbers. But this is pretty close for what you guys are doing. I messed up my math on the big chart for redacted and redacted, but I fixed all of these small handouts. If you guys could just do a little creative cut and paste with the big chart, it would be good. Redacted. Calls to redacted. 30 from redacted. So yeah, he miscounted. And this is basic math here. 4, 1, 1, 2, 7, 3, 7, 6, 4, and brackets 3, 5. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, it starts at the end of this line here, but it sort of angles up, so it's a little bit difficult to work out where your place is. 25 from Epstein residence. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 3, 6, brackets 2, 5. So yeah, it seems to me that this is just him redoing his math, or her redoing the math. 7 from redacted. 1, 2, 2, 2, 7. Calls from redacted. 31, 2, redacted. 3, 1, 6, 4, 1, 6, 2, 6, 2, 31. So I'm assuming, like, these small numbers here, logically, I would say he's got a massive line. They've got a massive line of, like, call logs from various locations. and they're counting like there's 3 in this gap made to this address, and then they move on, there's 1 to this address, and that's where they're adding like the small numbers in. So like, oh yeah, there's 4 from this address, then we got 1 from this one, 1 from this one, and then it's like, oh, another 1 from that address. I think that's how they're doing it. 7 to Epstein residents, 5 2 bracket 7 1 2 redacted 1 1. Redacted calls to redacted 60 from redacted 20 from Epstein residents, 1 from redacted calls from redacted 42 redacted 7 to Epstein residents, redacted calls to redacted 5 from redacted. So yeah, they're pulling up call logs. Calls from redacted 3 to redacted. And here we have 84, I think, 6 text messages. Redacted calls to redacted 83 from redacted says 90 in pencil here, and here is the counting. I am not going to do all of that. And here 139 29 and 3. So yeah, calls from redacted 139 to redacted 29 to Epstein residents, 3 to redacted 1 to redacted. So yeah, this is just him doing math, just doing some counting. Okay, that's a fully redacted box there, and there is nothing to read in that. As is that, although this... No, that's not writing I can read up here. Alright, it's the end of that one. Oh, Jesus. Getting a little bit of a headache here. One sec. I'm going to take some paracetamol. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm currently on the keto diet, and yeah, it's a rough process to actually get in. That system. Yeah, this is a multi jug of water. Yeah, absolutely is. It's even got numbers and stuff. So by 9 p.m., which it is in my country, I should be here. So I've got a little bit more to drink, but I have been refilling and chugging water out of this as well. This is actually a water bottle that that YouTube themselves got me as a Christmas present. So thank you, YouTube, for that. Wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before. But I'm very grateful I was able to get it before I moved flat. So that was very useful. I can't remember, yeah. Was it the Christmas before? It could have been the Christmas before that. I don't know. It tends to bleed. I'm pretty sure it was the Christmas before last. Right. United States District Court, Southern District of Florida. In RE Federal Grand Jury Subpoena, Ollie 71, addressed to Bear Stearns Companies, Inc. Certification regarding domestic records of regularly conducted activity. I, the undersigned, nothing there, declare that I'm employed by Bear Stearns Companies, Inc. in the position of nothing there, and by reason of my position, am authorized and qualified to make this declaration. 1. Through my employment with Bear Stearns Companies, Inc., I am familiar with the business records it maintains. 2. I certify that the records attached to the certification A. were made at or near the time of the occurrence of the matter set forth therein, by or from information transmitted by a person with knowledge of those matters. B. Were kept in the course of regularly conducted business activity, and C. Were made by the regularly conducted activity as a regular practice. 2. Among the records so maintained are the attached records itemized in Appendix A. Document inventory. Oh, fucking hell. One sec. I need a haircut. Alright, document inventory. 3. I further certified that the documents attached here too are responsive to the grand jury subpoena served upon Bear Stearns Companies, Inc. Pursuant to 28 U.S.C. number 1746, I declare under perjury, or penalty of perjury, that the foregoing information is true and correct. Executed this, nothing, day of nothing, 2007. Place of execution, nothing, and no signature either. They haven't filled out the form. Okay. Records listed for Jeffrey Epstein from 0405-2005 to 0405-2005. Okay, same day. From reminders 8:33 a.m. message redacted in town. 2 call redacted free lunch with redacted For redacted, last letter is a D, I think. Yeah, I want to say the last letter is probably a D or something. That looks like a D to me. In at 7:30 and to leave at 3:00. Last column's a phone and done. Looks like there's either nothing there or redaction, so we can just breeze past that bit. 8:40 a.m. via email. I now only need an apartment for the night of May 11th. Is that okay? Redacted 8:44 a.m. Redacted called me last night and she was very sick over the weekend and got IV drip, but she would love to try to see you, not this weekend, but perhaps the next. Redacted. This actually matches a few of the handwritten memos from earlier. I remember this one. I remember them saying basically they called in sick. Redacted 8:50 a.m. RE small dump truck for LSJ. Redacted would like to look into purchasing a used dump truck. He currently rents one at a rate of $450 per day as needed, and he is anticipating frequent usage going forward. 9:24 a.m. Again, these are all redacted, so I'm just going to say the time. Sent note to redacted RE, are you in town this Thursday? Okay, that's a poor redaction. So this could be a D or a B, and this is for both this name and this name. I want to say, like, I mean, this looks like a bill to me, so BILL. So yeah, this could be a bill. This could be a D for Delta or a B for Bravo. This looks like a bill. Could be a dill, I suppose, but yeah, that's what it looks like to me. You need to get better with your redactions, FBI. Or DOJ. It wasn't the FBI, it was the DOJ. I think they redacted it. Okay, redacted, 9:41 a.m. Oh, fuck, I don't know. RE, does she have any new friends you can meet? Yeah, that shit again. I was away over the weekend, so I have not spoken to anyone new, but redacted will be around later today, and I know she really wants to work. The other should be back around Thursday. Let me know about redacted. So yeah, this was the web expanding. Epstein was constantly telling his traffic victims, hey, do you know any friends? Bring them along. And I think that was part of how he had them under his influence of, like, his controlling influence, because a lot of these trafficking victims would then, in turn, potentially get in trouble for trafficking themselves by introducing these people to Epstein. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if there was a general amnesty. I don't know for sure if there is, but I think the FBI is treating them as victims rather than actual perpetrators, because it all links back to Epstein and these powerful people. Right, that's one. So 9:45 a.m. from Hyperion Partners. I have an investment idea for you, redacted. 9:56 a.m. Are you coming back to NY today? 10:04 a.m. Sorry about that. Please call me again. 10:12 a.m. via email. I just heard from Mr. Redacted. Poor guy. He's in Jamaica at the moment and will be returning to Miami on Thursday morning. So we'll be able to meet Jeffrey on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday this week. Alternatively, he can meet next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. Are any of these dates suitable? 10:18 a.m. Redacted told me that by the end of this week, they will hopefully know the date and amount of the distribution from the sale of FTC's interest in Nestor 2000. The goal is to make the distribution at the end of April. However, it is more likely that the distribution will be in mid-May. 10:19 a.m. I'm in NY today if you're here. 10:26 a.m. I am going to Sweden on the 18th. I would love to meet with you prior to that, either this week or the following week. Possibly you would like to meet Redacted as well. She is Redacted sister. In May, the new female economist of the year will be here. Maybe you would like to hold a BBB dinner on the 25th of May to welcome her and see the other girls. I then leave June 1st for Sweden again. Bottom heading of this page is redacted. 4/5/2005. That's probably when these texts were done. Redacted. 10:29 a.m. In fact, yeah, 2005. Who was the female economist of the year in 2005? Can we Google that? Okay. Now, We don't know who is naming this Female Economist of the Year. However, I just typed it into Google, and AI Overview says, according to the Stockholm School of Economics, SSE, and Citigroup, the recipient of the Female Economist of the Year 2005 scholarship was Susanna Franke. However, I don't know if that's actually the person, mentioned in these texts. It could be named by Time Magazine, or The Economist, or the fucking Nobel Prize. I don't know. It doesn't specifically say who is naming the Female Economist of the Year, because different publications, they can basically say it's different people. So yeah, I guess we can't 100% tell, but a quick Google search and a little bit more context, you can probably find out who that is. And who went to that party, and you can say, okay, well, what does BBB stand for? Just a thought. Right, where was I? There we are. Sorry, you guys on the stream are locked onto my PDF reader here. I'm going around between tabs and stuff in the background, so don't worry about that. That's why I'm having a little trouble finding my place. All right. Next entry, 10:29 a.m. Send note to redacted and copied redacted, RE redacted. Japanese position, I think, is down $600,000. Nestor is a loss of $600,000. Redacted now a total loss of $1.3 million. Let's discuss the... I think that's a UR. It could be an OUR, possibly. Oh no, let's discuss this in our conference call, maybe. Yeah. Let's discuss this in our conference call. That could be the how that sentence goes. I think this redaction sort of covers the name of the company, but again, with financial records, well, you got Nestor, and then you got a redacted name. With context, you can probably find out what that is. P.S. I had not received a report on redacted position for the past 6 weeks until yesterday. Yeah. So Epstein's day job, if you will, was as a financer. He was in finance and investments and stuff. 10:43 a.m. I've made an appointment for Squishy today at 4:30 p.m. at the PB Vet to get an ID chip put in him for travelling abroad. Is this okay? Okay. Squishy, I thought that was a euphemism. Possibly a pet instead. Redacted. 11:09 a.m. Returning your call. 11:10 a.m. Please call plus redacted. 11:14 a.m. Please call. Redacted. 11:17 a.m. Redacted. Last letter E. Is he coming to NY at all? I will be there at the beginning of June. So, yeah. Who is Epstein wanting to meet at New York? This could be an important name here. 11:19 a.m. Redacted age on her cell phone. That's a bit ominous. Sorry, I'm very tongue-tied today. 11:27 a.m. Are you back? 11:27 a.m. RE the letter of credit. Redacted has some problems with the letter of credit being too broad and has been working with Redacted to fix the issues. He expects to be done today, and then we send it to Mellon Bank for their acceptance. Mellon is Karen Models Bank, who will issue a line of credit secured by the LOC. I will push to get this done. 11:32 a.m. RE payment of my loan. This is what I can do for the moment, and I hope it is okay. Redacted says nothing. I can get you $1,000 next week, but then I won't be able to pay you again until probably 2006, when I get another bonus. I just can't afford to take any out of my paycheck. I hope that is 2006, I'll be able to pay you $2,000, and so on. But basically, it is going to take me a few years to return the entire $6,000. 11:48 a.m. RE, our conference call tomorrow. I don't believe we ever came up with a time. I'm available for you whenever you like, but if I had my preference, it would be before 2. I have a meeting at 2, but I could reschedule. Just let me know. 11:55 a.m. Redacted was diagnosed with lung cancer. It was announced today. So possibly a famous person announced in the news they had lung cancer at 4/5/2005. 1:02 p.m. Name reservations for Max Mira Films Inc. in DECANMY all will expire shortly. Would you like to extend the reservations for all or any of these states? Reminder, 1:21 p.m. Call redacted. LM for redacted. RE, when will she be able to send you another? Another check. And that was at 1:31 p.m. 1:56 p.m. I need to speak to you. It's important. 2:07 p.m. From Credit Suisse First Boston. When can we... This is a bad scam. When can we set a meeting? Monday 18th or Tuesday 19th was tentatively set. All the directors are holding their schedules open. So this is like a folded piece of paper up here. I was able to read that, but yeah, I hope we don't get any... I hope we don't get anything worse than that. 2:11 p.m, please call. 2:22 p.m, I'll call you in the end of April to set up meeting. 2:23, please call. Begging for a lot of people to call him. I'm assuming this is from Epstein's personal phone or something. 2:32 p.m. I'm working in a basement and my phone isn't working. Leave me a message. 2:37 p.m. Actually, no. Epstein wouldn't be bothering about asking for a loan or repayment or mentioning repayments of loans for just $6,000. He had a lot more money than that. Could be something else. Could be something that works for him. 2:37 p.m. It's a $300 million fund. Capri Capital Advisors of Chicago and the... Okay, Redacted is covering it a little bit. And they originally had a partner, Charter Mac, part of related companies, and Erie Indemnity. The letter will be out for 3 months. Please call if you have questions. 2:39 p.m. Ari, the Robin Hood benefit. The dinner will be held this year on May 25th. Tables sell out quickly, and we wanted to know if you would like to purchase a table again this year. We'll be faxing over the invitation. I will forward it to you in PB. 3:09 p.m. Okay, on wheels up at noon tomorrow. 3:11 p.m. Did you mean Redacted? I'll have her call you Ari 9 p.m. tomorrow. 3:16 p.m. I'll call you in 5 minutes. 3:17 p.m. Okay, Ari, you can't attend Robin Hood. 3:25 p.m. Redacted is confirmed for 9 p.m. tomorrow. 3:39 p.m. Could I pick up some money? I need a hotel room for tonight. I'll call back since I don't have a phone. 3:44 p.m. Please call. 3:44 p.m. I will see you at 4 on Thursday. 400 on Thursday. If you want to meet the Redacted sisters, specifically Redacted, think it would be best to meet with them separately from me. Possibly if you are here wed, you could meet with them after their work. 3:54 p.m. Please call. 4:02 p.m. Just wanted to see if the girls had a good time at the magic show. I told him it was an amazing show. Context. During Virginia Guthrie's testimony and the details surrounding that, 2004, David Copperfield was mentioned a couple of times. It could be a private show or something like that. I don't know if he does that. It's entirely possible. 4:44 p.m. Please call. 4:45 p.m. Calling again to see if I can pick up money. 5:01 p.m. I called Redacted and got his voicemail. I asked that he'll call back tomorrow. 5:08 p.m. From Landstow Corp. I'm a realtor and I've dealt with Ghislaine at one point. Ooh. An actual mention of Ghislaine Maxwell. Shitting hell. If you can't stay at 457, what do you want? I have a unique duplex penthouse on 52nd Madison. Huge terrace, fireplace, 8,500 square foot or half, residential feel. I will email redacted floor plan. This could actually be Epstein's number then. Because, oh. You okay, Dex? He's a good boy. And Clara is here as well. She is actually on the floor. In her favorite, on her favorite cushion, which is under the cat tower. So this could actually be Epstein. Oh no, could be Epstein. I don't know. It's like mentioning a loan for $6,000 and mentioning being unable to pay a loan for $6,000. That's bullshit. Like if it is actually Epstein, because Epstein is fucking loaded, and he has a private island. Yeah, Yeah, that's weird, but we know that Epstein... Well, don't know if Epstein actually had a penthouse. He did have, like, a New York address, which we saw the photos of. I'm pretty sure that was New York. Anyway, callers, 5:10 p.m., Redacted. 5:15 p.m. I left Redacted a message on his cellular to call you. Redacted. He is... He is still out of town... And the Florida office's phone is not working at this time because I was told they are moving offices. 5:23 p.m. Okay, I left Redacted a message to call Redacted. regarding the wine. 5:29 p.m. Please call. Mark check messages as read, and rest I can't read that. Okay. IB 5-1. Fucking hell, how am I going to read this? Okay. Singular Wireless 801 North Point Parloway WPB FL 33407 F888-938-4715. Admin subpoenas. Okay, I will try and get through this. This is going to be hard to read. Redacted, Cell, redacted, T-Mobile USA Inc. Redacted. Okay. Let's cut that off there. 120104 to present for Sylvan Way, Parsippany, New Jersey, 07054. 060104 to present. Redacted. Singular Wireless, 11760, US Away 1, Golden Bear PLZ Plaza, maybe, West Tower, 4th FL, I think. Palm Beach Gardens, 33418. Redacted with an X. 060104 to present. Okay, next one. I'm using the top of the page just to cut this off to make it easier reading for me. Redacted. Florida Cell Service Inc. 5600. Glenridge Drive, Suite G 418. Atlanta GA 30342. Redacted. Cell. Redacted. It says NEKKL. Okay. Okay, there's an error here. Cell Service Inc., same as above. Or FL Cell Service Inc., same as above. Right, that's what that says here. West St. Parkway, Overland Park, KS. Over Dead Park? Yeah, 66251. That's the zip code. All of this is redacted. Cell. Fax is probably this number here. Arrow saying Brianna under... It's not under Bukake, good Jesus. Under BAKKE. Under back, maybe. 800-877-7330. Free/free. Okay. Verizon Wireless present 51 Imkrund Drive? God, this writing is fucking awful. Branchburg NJ 08876 F 908-203-25876 060104 to present. Okay, redacted. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Redacted 120104 to question mark. Okay. Next, any something TES maybe? That's common or Commonovich or something like that. Sprint Neatel, NEATEL, maybe not K. 6480 Spirit Parkway, Overland Park, maybe, KS 66251. Preston VA 20191. 2003 Edmund Haley Drive, maybe? And that's a fax. Jesus! Did you run out of paper? You didn't need to scribble over everything you just written, which is what you've done here. Oh, that's hard. Okay. Oh, God almighty. And this one's faded. Okay, 561-832-4117. That starts with a B, I think. Can't tell what the rest of that says. Jeff Epstein, I know what that says, obviously. 078-010104 to question mark. Okay, brackets. Bell South Sobek? Bellwolf? Yeah. 561-655-762-625, and that's 655-2779. Something. 655-0995. Yeah, this all of it is faded. Bell South, so Bell 300 East Lane Drive. DECATUR, Decatur, GA 30030. Okay, 404-986-5630. I think that's an F. 404-378 9269. Okay, well, all of these dates are 0100, 010104 to I mean, I want to say question mark. There could just be a P. Oh, P is present, and that might be the same here. I thought that was a question mark. It looks like a P now, so the previous question marks could just be P's. Just write P properly. Just write like a human. God, I've seen better writing than this in the fucking primary school. And most of them can't even write yet. That's ridiculous. And singular, CINGULAR, same as above. It says here, all this stuff on the left is redacted. ST question mark. JA, yeah, maybe. 110102-030103, 100105 to present. Yeah, so I'm assuming these are names and addresses, possibly, and they've lived there from this date at least to the present. Okay, right. This is something I can read a bit better. Metro PCS 8144 Walnut Hill Lane, Suite 800, Dallas, Texas 75231. Fax 972-860-2635. Phone, I think? Yeah, PH phone possibly. 214-376-3876. What the fuck does that say? DVTVWS. Some other kind of phone number. I don't know. 888-571-1265. Cell code database, maybe? D-base? I don't know. Well, this says Bell South Telecommunications, 1960 West Exchange Place, number 165, Tucker, Georgia. 36684. Is that a 0 or a 6? For fuck's sake. Oh, God. Fax 404-378-9269. Redacted. Magical squared paper. Redacted. Oh, fuck me sideways. This is scribbling all over the fucking thing. So, okay, a couple of redactions here. 989900 paid, JE. Okay, redacted. 0102 Ness, redacted. Okay, 116E65 STICET. 0824 GM paid. GM Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. So at least that we can sort of get some comprehension from. And these look like sums. 71, 71, 81, and 2 3 underneath. That's not a calculation, I don't think. 71, 71, 81, and then a line, and then 2 3. Okay, express checkout, no lines, no waiting. Thank you for staying at the Grand Hyatt, New York. We hope you enjoy your stay with us. Our records indicate that you are due to check out today. Below we have outlined several ways you can expedite your departure. Front desk kiosk checkout. If you require a receipt that reflects a zero balance, you can utilize the kiosk checkout. Simply swipe a valid credit card with your name on the front, and the kiosk will find your account. Touch the option View Details if you choose to view your account prior to checking out. After you have reviewed your account, touch the Checkout and Print option. Your receipt will automatically print out of the kiosk. Please deposit your room key in the key drop slot in the kiosk. Voicemail checkout. Alright, let's find out what these scribbles are. 203.25, 71.25, 71.25, 76.75, 104.25, 38.88. I mean, I think that says 585, and that says 63 there, but I mean, my brain automatically thinks they're trying to do some like sums, like not long multiplication, sorry, long addition, long subtraction, maybe. But the answer doesn't make sense if indeed it is an answer, so it could be something else. Voicemail checkout. If the receipt you have is accurate, you may simply dial extension number 4000 and leave your room number at the tone. You will be checked out of the hotel at that time. You may leave your key in the room. Video checkout. If you require a receipt that reflects a zero balance, you can utilize the video checkout option on your television by pressing the green menu button on your remote control. Please follow the instructions that appear on the screen. A printed copy of your receipt may be picked up at the front desk in the video checkout box. If you require assistance with your luggage, please dial extension 52 and a bell attendant will be happy to assist you. Luggage storage will be available in the lobby. There is a $2 charge per item stored. Thank you for choosing the Grand Hyatt, New York. We look forward to welcoming you back in the future. Please feel free to direct any concerns with your stay to the manager on duty at the front desk or email them to qualitynychg@hyatt.com. Sincerely, Front Office Team, Grand Hyatt, New York. Okay. 772-214-9321. Those are the scribbles there. Now, sorry, don't mind me. I'm just working out how far we've got. Okay. We're almost, weirdly enough, I think we're almost done with like 1,000. No, we're not done with, my apologies. We're not done with 1,000 files. We've barely breached 100. Jesus. Oh, this one's going to take a while. Luckily, we are a decent chunk of the way through dataset 4. Alright, Hyatt, thank you. Redacted. That'll be last name, first name. City, state, zip code, nothing filled. Redacted, 1/0. Phobo 1, page 1, room 2870, rate 196.00, arrival 082007 Mun, departure 082407 Fry. Bonuses, nothing there. Type C card, account XXX, and a redaction. Okay. Date 0820 times 3, and then 0821 times 3, 0822 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 0823 times 4. Okay. Description. Discount room, room tax, OC tax JAV fee, discount room tax, OC tax JAV fee, business center, valet parking, discount room tax, OC tax JAV fee, OCV GST movies, discount room tax, OC tax JAV fee. Total, yeah, okay. Charge credit 196.00, 26.22, 3.50, 196.00, 26.22, 3.50, 5.42, 50, 196, 26.22, 3.50, 15.16, 196.00, 26.33, and 3.50. Total due 173.46. No frequent traveler account has been credited for this stay. To enroll in Gold Passport, call 1-800-51-HYATT. How was your stay at the Hyatt, Grand Hyatt, New York? No signature there. Could be done anonymously, I suppose. Date, description, charge credit. We want to hear your feedback. Our goal is to provide every guest with an excellent stay. We are interested to hear any comments you may have regarding your visit. Please contact our Consumer Affairs Department via email. qualitynychg@hyatt.com. Billing inquiries redacted. Lost and found inquiries redacted. At the bottom, I agree that my liability for this bill is not waived, and I agree to be held personally liable in the event that the indicated person, company, or association fails to pay for any part or the full amount of these charges. And that's a bad print. We've got this over here as well. Okay, now we've got plane tickets. From Omega World Travel to Company, date 8/16/2007, time 2:30:52 p.m. Page 1 of 2. Omega World Travel. Redacted. Yep. 16th August 2007, 2:30 p.m. Page 1 of 2. The booking locator is redacted. The fare is $951.30. Yep, that's repeated there. Okay. 20 August 2007, 07:45 a.m. Monday. Data Airlines from West Palm Beach, Florida, USA. Meal, none. Equip. Redacted. Depart 20th August 2007, Monday. Same for arrival. Flight number... and the time is 07:45 a.m. and 10:39 a.m. So a short flight. Flight number 1432, Class Y, to New York, La Guardia, NY, USA. Seats, seat 22D. Status confirmed, stops 0. Depart, arrive, Delta Terminal. Delta Airlines locator, PBXDDW. Okay. So it looks like just like a general package. So plane, stay, taxi, and a plane. That's what we've got here. Next entry, 20th August 2007, Monday. Hotel Hyatt Hotels, Grand Hyatt, New York. Park Avenue at Grand Central, New York, New York, 10017. Phone, redacted. Number of rooms, 1. Confirmation, redacted. Checkout, 24th August 2007, Friday, redacted. Hotel has a 24-hour cancel policy. Fax, 1-212-697-3772. Rate, 196.00 USD. Room guaranteed. Cancel before 24 hours prior to arrival. Car entry 21st August 2007, Tuesday. Car, Avis Rent-A-Car, pickup, New York City, area New York, USA. Confirmation 0743546 USO. Return 24th August 2007. Approximate price 208.87 USD. Rate info USD 57. Unlimited day 57. Unlimited extra hour 29. ULMTD. Ultimate something, I don't know. Approximate price USD 208.87. UNL 3DY OMR 38.00 MC. Pickup address NYC CO1 Easy 43rd Street. Arrival time 0800 AM. Drop off New York City area, New York, USA. Drop off time 0800 AM. Special equipment requested, navigational system. Never lost GPS system confirmed. On the right here. Type Intercar Auto AC, rate 57 US dollars. New York City area NY, USA. Okay. Next flight, 24th August 2007, 03:15 p.m. Friday. Air Delta Airlines from New York, LaGuardia, NY, USA. Meal none. Equip redacted. Depart and arrival 24th August 2004 Friday. That is 03:15 p.m. Arrival 06:20 p.m. Depart Delta Terminal. Arrive nothing there. Delta Airlines locator PBX DDW. Flight number 1833, Class Y, to West Palm Beach, Florida, USA. Seats, seat 12B. Status confirmed. Stop 0. No symbol here. 30th March 2008, Sunday. Other, Washington, D.C. area, D.C., USA. Retention only. Thank you for calling Omega. Redacted. Okay. And 30 March 2008, Sunday. Other, Washington, D.C. area, D.C., USA. Obtain your passenger receipt from the airport directly. Resfax, copyright 2007, Cornerstone, IR, Formation Systems Inc., Bloomington, IN. Okay, Omega World Travel, and this is page 2. The booking locator is redacted. The fare is $951.30. Please note a fee of $13.60 will be assessed for calls made to redacted. Thank you. Your field office ID code is redacted. Electronic TKTS require a passenger receipt for voucher submission. Please obtain your receipt from the airline ticket counter or go to virtually.thcre, I think that is, .com. I think that's a bad print there. I think that is in the at the end. The fare is $951.30. Omega locator is MIS MPM. Hotels are confirmed with travelers' individual credit cards. Please make sure you get a cancellation number if you cancel hotel to avoid no-show fee by hotel 24 hours prior to arrival. The negotiated rates include flat daily or weekly rental, unlimited mileage, and full loss collision damage waiver, low CDW. One-way rental charges are diff. Also, rental company may itemize on the rental contract state and local government fees and taxes that cannot be included in the rate and are applied to all rentals. Service fee, none. Right, this again. Okay, this is all repeat. Booking locator is redacted. Okay, 20th of August 2007, Monday. Hotel Hyatt Hotels, Grand Hyatt, New York. Park Avenue at Grand Central, New York, NY. 10017. Phone redacted. Fax redacted. Number of rooms 1. Rate 196 US dollars. Confirmation redacted. Room guaranteed. Checkout 22nd August 2007 Wednesday. Cancel before 24 hours prior to arrival. Redacted. Hotel has a 24-hour cancel policy. Okay. 30 March 2008 Sunday. Other. Washington DC area DC USA. Retention only. Thank you for calling Omega. Redacted. Other, 30th March 2008, Sunday. Other, Washington, D.C., area D.C., USA. Obtain your passenger receipt from the airport directly. Please note a fee of $13.60 will be assessed for calls made to redacted. Thank you. Your field office ID code is redacted. Electronic tasks require a passenger receipt for a voucher. I'm assuming that's tasks. No, electronic... or tickets, maybe? TKTS require a passenger receipt for voucher submission. Please obtain your receipt from the airline ticket counter or go to www.virtuallythere.com. Okay, that's what that said. It was a bad print in the last one. Hotel/S are confirmed with travelers Hotels are confirmed with travelers' individual credit cards. Please make sure you get a cancellation number if you cancel a hotel to avoid no-show fee by hotel 24 hours prior to arrival. Redacted-14G, redacted-10F. More of these scribbles, goddamn. Okay, N908JE. Private at Boeing 727. Miami, Allberger NM, 12:47 p.m. Epstein Actings, I think that says. 43rd Street, 3rd, 22nd Avenue, maybe? I think that Avenue. 2W, maybe? Across street. I don't know what that says. WJTS, maybe. Not quite sure what that's meant to say. These are redacted here. Oh, more of these shitty writings. God damn. Okay, take picture. SEM, redacted CFO. This is written over a stamp. That's impossible to read. Redacted. Redacted, arrow, Miami 130. Not sure what this says. Another arrow, 930 VI. Could be the Virgin Islands, which is where Jeffrey Epstein has Little St. James Island. Is it Little St. James or Little St. John Island? One of those two. That is the name of Epstein Island. NY8100. Okay. Scouted all 3 locations with W/apartment/R. Set up MTY. MTR monitor, maybe? Redacted. Hit apartments. 1130, maybe? Or 71.30. Redacted. Indicated SKEDRDNT, maybe that says? Hello, Clara, you're under my desk again. At least you're not on it. Live in the apartment? Possibly. Or indicated something lived in the apartment. Or live in the apartment. Maybe. Very shorthand. This is a name we're Jean-Luc Brunel. So I didn't actually know this before. I did check it while Googling the number, doing a bit of background research. This person's dead. In a very similar fashion to how Epstein died. In prison. So it's very interesting. This has happened to more than one person in this whole affair. But this person is an associate of Epstein and is dead from allegedly possible prison suicide. Yeah, not 100% convinced. Let's dodge that. Wasn't in. Be back. Further? Most likely in Miami. Be back. FERHEN or something. Week. Most likely in Miami. Interviewed, redacted. Set up apartment in. Now, Clara, we don't want you to go there. I've actually set up cardboard panels. Like I ripped bits off of a cardboard box to block the cat's access to sort of the power button of my computer, because you will not stop turning it off. I actually did it during the stream a couple of sessions ago. So let me see if I can get you your toy back. Sadly, I cannot get you your toy back. You're going to have to get out from there. Hello, Clara. Can I pick you up? Can I pick you up, cat? Let me see if I can pick you up. Oh, God, I can't even see you. Let me pick you up. Oh, hello, Dex. You're right. You're right by my chair. Sorry about this. Okay. She's under a cat tower. He's a good boy, Dexter. He's a good boy. You've been so good. They were absolute monkeys this morning. Okay. Set up apartment. Something sell. Next week. GAS something. Next week. Clara, stop going by my PC. You make me nervous when you do that. Yeah, I want to try and get her on my lap and pick her up, because she can actually be quite peaceful when that happens. Anyway, Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, Hyatt.com. Yeah, that's a... okay, dial-in instructions inside. That's just a, corporate heading. No, Dexter, you're not going back there. Has Clara made it back there? I think she has. Here's my cat by the desk. Sorry about this. If they're getting too naughty, I will kick them out. I don't think she's under there. Whoa, fuck! My cat is not under the PC. Nope, not at all. She has been very sneaky before. Dexter's normally the really sneaky one, but no. Oh no, Clara's there. That's fine. Sorry about that. Okay. I fucked up. Okay, here we are. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Precedence, routine, date, 12/08/2008 to international operations. Attention, Asia unit. Fucking hell, cat. There we go. Whoop. Whoa. Calm down. Say hi to chat first. There we are. There's a good girl. Now we're going to put you down. And you're going to be good on the floor. So she just jumped up on my desk. Okay, attention, Asia unit, UC, redacted, SSA, redacted, FOS, redacted. Attention, SAE, redacted, PB2, PBCRA. To International Operations Miami. From Canberra, Sydney, sub-office, maybe sub-office or officer, redacted, contact, ALAT, redacted. Approved by redacted, drafted by redacted, case ID number, redacted, pending. Oh, God. Okay, so my throat's drying up slightly. I haven't even had that much whiskey. So normally I start these streams at 9. I started a little early today. So going for about 2 hours. I'll see if I can make it to 3 hours. But if my throat starts to crack, then that means I need to rest it. Okay, case ID number, redacted, pending. Title, Jeffrey Epstein, redacted, Ghislaine Maxwell. So it's something I mentioned before. The fact that we've got two redacted names in the same breath as Epstein and Maxwell means that these two may be conspirators. WSTA child prostitution. Synopsis: lead set to Ligat Canberra, covered by the Sydney sub-office. Reference redacted. Details: reference Miami EC directed Legate Canberra to deliver the enclosed USAO letter to Ms. Redacted, date of birth redacted. On 12/05/2008, Assistant Legal Attaché, ALAT, redacted, Sydney sub-office, delivered the letter to the Australian Federal Police, AFP, and requested them to deliver the USAO letter to Ms. Redacted. Ligat Canberra considers lead 174 covered. Redacted. 2. International operations from Canberra. RE redacted 12/08/2008. Leads. Set lead 1. Info. All receiving officers. Read and clear. This does not look clear. Redacted. 5940. Redacted. General Counsel. Redacted. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. The following report was run by Redacted. The telephone application is designed as an investigative tool. Data compiled through this application represents processed information rather than the original information acquired, which may be deemed the original evidence. The data may also be a composite of information derived from various sources. Data stored within the telephone application should be confirmed with original evidentiary documents such as pen register data, toll records, trap and trace records, tape edits, AirNet, smart, and telephone company subscriber documents. Okay, sensitive/unclassified, summary of calls sorted by target number, phone, redacted, including unsubs. Okay, this was December 14th, 07, page 1, 11:48 a.m. Well, targets, redacted, 2 redacted. Activity date range, this is the only thing that's not redacted. So, 091005 to 091005. Yeah, this number of calls 1. Yeah, same day. 10:01:04 to 06:26 05 10 09:29:04 to 07:01:05 20 05:05:05. Yep, again, that's a repeat. 2 05:05:05 again 1 09:03:05 to 09:03:05 1 07:15:04 to 10:26:04 9. Total calls 44. So some of these ranges are just inclusive of the day. So if I just say it once, it's just the one day. But some of these ranges are a bit weird. Star indicates subscriber data unavailable. Sorry. Subscriber data available under multiple file numbers. Hash is multiple subscribers exist for this telephone number. Sensitive/unclassified. Okay. For information purposes only, copyright 2008, LexisNexis, a division of Reed Elsevier Inc., all rights reserved. Important. The public records and commercially available data sources used in reports have errors. Data is sometimes entered poorly. No shit. Processed incorrectly and is generally not free from defect. This system should not be relied upon as definitively accurate. Before relying on any data this system supplies, it should be independently verified. For Secretary of State documents, the following data is for information purposes only and is not an official record. Certified copies may be obtained from that individual state's Department of State. Your DPPA permissible use is free government agency. Your GLBA permissible use is 2 legal compliance. Okay, other options are others using SSN, personal property, potential relatives. We got 3 there. Address summary 1. Address summary 1. Real property assets 0. Associated entities 0. Voter registrations 0. Bankruptcy information 0. Neighbors 9. Licenses, judgment liens, UCC liens, all 0. Source data is 4. Okay. Full name, redacted. Address, redacted. Astoria, NY, 11103-3462. County, Queens. Phone, redacted. Name variations, 1, redacted. Address summary, 1 record found for subject. Address, 1, current. Redacted. Astoria, NY, 11103-3462. County, Queens. Address details, 1, redacted, NY, 11103-3462. Address redacted, Astoria, NY, 11103-3462. County, Queens, current. Dates, 05-2008. Phones, redacted. Neighbors, 9 listed, click to view. Household members, redacted. Other associates, none listed. Census data. Head of household age, 33. Income, 42,232. Home value, 298,800. Education, 12 years. Potential relatives. Number 1. Full name redacted. Address redacted. Astoria, New York, 11103-3462. And redacted. Astoria, NY, 11103-2539. 1A. Redacted, New York, 1993 to 1995. Redacted Jackson Heights, NY, 11372-6630. Redacted Astoria, NY, 11103-2539. 1B. Redacted Astoria, NY, 11103-2539. Okay. I'm not going to bother with the web address. That's a bit excessive. I've been doing that too often. I think we need to speed this up. Neighbors. Redacted. Astoria, NY, 11103-3462. The names are all redacted. Okay. And the phones, they're either redacted or none listed. I can skip that. Okay. And many of these are repeats. I mean, it's Astoria, NY. We got a few different zip codes. 11103-3420. 1103-3406. 3420 again, and again. 3462, and the rest 3420. Hello, Dexter. Would you like me to pick you up? Well, no, you probably won't. But can I try? No, you don't like that, do you? Still, you need to learn to be picked up at some point. Oh, sorry. Don't scare him. Okay. Source information. All sources 4 documents. Person locator 1 documents. Utility locator 3 documents. About LexisNexis. Terms and conditions. Privacy policy. Copyright 2008. LexisNexis. A division of Reed Elsevier Inc. All rights reserved. Okay. Alright. Something better here. That's a good whiskey. I shouldn't be drinking it so much when I'm having dehydration issues with my throat and everything, but yeah, I need whiskey to go through some of this stuff. Trouble is, this is all... I find it much harder to read financial documents and boring legalese and stuff, and, various paperwork, essentially. I really want to get into the emails and the transcripts and stuff like that. I think I'll be very good at that, and that's really what we're all looking to see, but... I did say I'd read the lot. I partially regret that, but, got to make sure I'm being thorough. Anyway, we got something better here. U.S. Department of Justice, United States Attorney, Southern District of Florida. Redacted. West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Redacted. Fax. March 14, 2008. Redacted. Federal Bureau of Investigation, New York, NY. Dear Ms. Redacted. Your name has been reported to the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida as a person who has been given access to materials of federal grand jury redacted in regard to investigative matter in RE Operation Leap Year. This disclosure has been and will be made to you because it is deemed necessary by an attorney for the government to assist the attorney for the government in the performance of such attorney's duty to enforce federal criminal law. Your access to grand jury materials, including testimony and documents, is for the sole purpose of assisting the government attorneys involved in the grand jury investigation in the performance of their duties to enforce federal criminal law, and shall be utilized by you for no other purpose. No grand jury material may be utilized by you for civil or administrative proceedings, nor for any other purpose than the enforcement of federal criminal law. Grand jury proceedings are secret. Unauthorized disclosure of matters occurring before the grand jury is a violation of Fed R. Crim P. 6e and may be punished as a contempt of court. I request that you acknowledge receipt of this letter by returning a signed copy to me. If you have any questions about it, please call me at Redacted. Sincerely, R. Alexander Acosta, United States Attorney, by Redacted across the board, Assistant United States Attorney. I acknowledge that I've read this letter and understand it. Date signature. Ooh. Is this a repeat? Okay, this is a repeat, but we've got Sincerely R. Alexander Acosta, United States Attorney, by Redacted, Assistant United States Attorney. Yeah, this is the same thing. This is a repeat here. Good, I like repeats. It means I can move a little bit quicker. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So at the top is like D.448, Rev 6-2/97. I want to say that's probably the year 1997. Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation. FBI facsimile, cover sheet. Precedence. Immediate priority, routine is selected. Classification. Top secret, secret, confidential, sensitive, unclassified is selected. Time transmitted, nothing there. Sender's initials, redacted. Number of pages, 2, including cover sheet. 2. USAO. Name of office. Date 05/15/2007. Facsimile number, redacted. Attention, redacted. Name, room, nothing there. Telephone, redacted. From FBI PBCRA, name of office. Subject, subpoena request, American Express, GJ letters. Special handling instructions, please deliver as soon as possible. Originator's name, redacted. Telephone, redacted. Originator's facsimile number, redacted. Approved, ENK. Brief description of communication faxed. Please call me when ready and I will make arrangements to pick them up. Thank you. Redacted. Warning. Information attached to the cover sheet is U.S. government property. If you are not the intended recipient of this information, disclosure, reproduction, distribution, or use of this information is prohibited. 18 U.S.C. number 641. Please notify the originator or the local FBI office immediately to arrange for proper disposition. American Express, TRS Co. Inc. Subpoena compliance. Hello, Dex. You can't go back there, cat. Sorry. I don't want you turning my PC off, especially not when I'm streaming. Yeah, there we are. Okay. American Express, TRS Co. Inc. Subpoena compliance. Redacted. Plantation, Florida, 33313. Subpoena should read as the other credit card GJ subpoenas. Dexter? No going back there. You're normally the good cat. What are you doing? Subpoenas should read as the other credit card GJ subpoenas. Please incorporate the following statement. Any and all records, whether held jointly or individually, for the entity associated with redacted and or the following names: redacted, Jeffrey Epstein, redacted, and redacted. I want to know what these names are. These are likely associates of Epstein and heavily involved. Please include the variations of these names used on other redacted GJ subpoenas. We need statements for the time period of January 1st, 2004 to January 1st, 2006. Please ensure the below listed individuals are on the grand jury list and or include them. Call me when the letters are ready and I will distribute them. Bunch of redacted names. PB2 Support Services Technician, FBI. Investigative Analyst, CIC Unit, FBI HQ. Paralegal Specialist, FBI. Investigative Support Specialist, ×2, FBI. Oh, Jesus. Okay. FedEx, US Air Bill. Date, 3/13/08. Sender's FedEx account number, all redacted. Sender's name, SA, redacted. Phone, redacted. Company, FBI. Address, redacted. City, WPB. State, Florida. Zip, 33401. Your internal billing reference, nothing there. 2, recipient's name, redacted. Phone, redacted. Company, FBI /C20. Recipient's address, redacted. City, NY. State, NY. Zip, 10278. Okay, well, this... So FedEx Standard Overnight, that's what's selected. I can't read the small print of the express freight service here, but I can read FedEx 1-day freight, 22-day freight. I'm just going to say what's included. Packaging, FedEx envelope. Payment, I mean, it's ticked under sender. Senders may have already paid for it. Residential delivery signature options, direct signature. This small print I can't necessarily make out, as you can see if I zoom in there. That says 520 though. Omni Berkshire, redacted, CONTTS, or Connell TTS. Berkshire sounds like my country. Could be like a name taken for a US place as well. Redacted DDNS 202.299. 2 RMs, 202.359, 1 RMS, I think. I don't know what that stands for. Okay, Hilton, redacted. Conference number, maybe, or CXL number. This is a redacted. 40.50, 26,100 hertz. These, it sounds like a lot of jargon, so I don't necessarily have any context for that, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Scribble 200, 389 Friday 280 rent MC redacted 67/4 109 Monday to Wednesday 289 40 00. I don't know. What is that? What is that digit? Conf redacted. Oh, it could be something to Friday. 28900. Conf redacted. Meow? What's that meow for? Guys, what are you doing? They're just playing. I should point out my cats are fed, my cats are watered. I do that every time before I stream because I have no idea how long it's going to last. So they shouldn't be whining. I think they've learned that whining normally gets my attention. I do give them a lot of attention. Sometimes I when I'm recording, they like to do that though, because they want attention all the time. No, they're in that their little gremlin phase. They're still kittens. They're less than a year, but I think I was told like 6 months, which is 5-6 months. That's about the age they're at now. Now these are rescue kittens, so it's hard to tell the exact age of them, but I've sort of calculated out based on what they estimated at the time where I got them. 6 months is apparently the age where they're really, really wild, and then it will eventually calm down. Is that Clara? That is Clara. There we are. And now she's licking my foot. Yeah, they're basically playing with a toy, and now that toy is by my foot, and they have transitioned to my foot. So it's so yeah. So if I jump, that's why. Anyway, well, that's a fuck ton of redactions. I probably couldn't read it anyway. TALY, maybe? That's another T there. Redacted. Email sector director. Redacted. Okay. NY, redacted. Bunch of redactions. CAC squad. 80 to 58. Redacted C20. Seen a reference to C20. That could be an FBI headquarters or something. Bunch of redactions. Okay. 50 or so. 321964784. 24 hours, 2222. 196.00. Grand Hyatt. Yeah, this was the cost of the Hyatt. This was the cost of their stay. Grand Hyatt NY Park and Grand Central. Avis redacted. Good. Now I've just got to not move in my chair now because they are curled up among the wheels of the chair, so I can't move at all. So Avis redacted. 800 to 900 AM, or I'm assuming 8 till 9 AM. These are similar calculations. 646464 4848 28.8. Yeah, these look sort of like calculations. Ow, fuck. She's clawed my foot. Mid-size 57.00, Tuesday to Friday 208.87. And these look at a bunch of calculations. 2264.75 320 4480. Don't use your claws on my foot, cat. Okay. So yeah, they keep going back to this Hyatt hotel thing. They got the price of that. I'm wondering, did something go down at the hotel? Is there a smoking gun regarding the hotel? I mean, they booked one room. Did Epstein go there with a goal? I mean, I guess we don't know. Anyway, August 20th to 24th, LaGuardia, Dilla, 7:45 a.m., 10:30, 3:15. Clara, nope, you're not going by my PC. I've got stuff up there, but I want to dissuade them from going there. 3:15A, $951, Grand Hyatt, redacted. Scribble. Okay, redacted 109, 4 times 274. That says 64. 196, 64. 0820, 0824. Yeah, something must have happened there. Request for warrant. Defendant redacted. Date of birth redacted. Habitual offender. Nothing selected. Victim related. Acquainted with defendant. Yes. Okay. Is XX in there? I'm assuming that means. Well, I don't know. Well, but this stuff at the bottom is written in pen, so yeah, they're acquainted with the defendant. I'm assuming. Agency case number redacted. Lead officer detective redacted. Agency Palm Beach Police Department. Phone number redacted. Legal shift hours 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All of this stuff is not filled out. Sentencing recommendations. Contact detective. Additional comments not filled out. Filing documents attached. Arrest form. PC affidavit, 2 copies. Witness evidence list, previously GNPN to ANA Belolevic, maybe? Offense report, 2 copies. Witness statements, all. FCIC, NCIC, criminal history, previously given to ASA, same one? Or ASA, or is it ANA? That one? Property receipt, previously given to, again, same person. I'm just going to note the ones that are actually ticked in this case as the relevant information. Initial for completeness, JR. ID 7915. Date 050106. Delivered by redacted. Detective redacted. ID number redacted. 050106. Received on intake. Oh, received intake? I don't know. May 01, 2006. Received State Attorney's Office on 5/01/04 by redacted. Okay. So I think possibly a rule I can make with huge ass forms like this is I only do the data that is filled in, because there's a lot of empty fields. So I will try and breeze over it where I can. So for example, co-defender, there's nothing there. No co-defender. Right, they're eating my socks, which is an improvement for them eating my feet. Anyway, arrest, notice to appear, juvenile referral report, administrative, agency name, Palm Beach Police Department, agency report number 76, and this is a redaction here. Don't even know what that box covers. Next to it is location of arrest, and here is presumably some further details. No other details under the administrative section is filled out there. Defendant, I mean, this is all redacted as well. I can't even see the heading of what they're asking for in this form. So this is like a description, details here, nothing else is filled out, no permanent address, business address, redacted. I don't even know what these boxes are asking for. That's how redacted it is. No co-defendant, juvenile, nothing is filled out there. Code, nothing's filled out there. Charge. So charge is nothing is filled out there. However, it is a single charge. Unfortunately, we have all of this underneath, where you can see the description. Like, all of this is redacted. They haven't even redacted some of it. So I'm assuming, like, this could be a victim if it's a juvenile record, and they were in Florida at the time. Could be a trafficking victim, and this is just some kind of record of the victim. But charge, the fact that they've redacted everything, I mean, is probably victim identification, and they don't want anybody to sort of narrow down who it could be. That's what I'm saying. Right. All of this is not filled out. Charge description, drug activity, drug type, amount limit, statute violation number. All of those details that's been completely redacted from the actual one charge here, and it is just one charge. Notice to appear. Agree to appear at the time and place designated to answer the offence charged or to pay the fine subscribed. So yeah, there's nothing entered there. And admin, whatever this box is, that's redacted. But apart from that, nothing's been filled out. Nothing at all. And same here. Oh, we do have some context. So under code, charge. So yeah, it's basically a repeat. Let's have a look at these other things. So defendant, if we have a look here. So defendant, this is all just identifying information. That's all redacted there. We've got the context here, administrative along the top. So yeah, location of offence, location of vehicle, jail date, jail time. Yeah, essentially jail records, so you don't want people searching that. So yeah, I suspect this is to protect the victim in this case. Yep. All right, that's... Yeah, and the other redacted details at the bottom is just details of the arresting officer, that kind of stuff. Okay, right. We've got some big redacted pages here. So maybe after this initial criminal report, we have some additional information or interviews with the victim. I want to say that this criminal record refers to a victim or arresting notice. I mean, it mentions potentially paying a fine, so it doesn't necessarily need to be for like a huge offence. Could just be drunk and disorderly, jaywalking, graffiti, sort of those kind of very, very petty crimes. Really, could be anything. So it's not like this isn't a hardened criminal we're looking at, and it's only one charge as well. But of course, we don't know. A lot of it's redacted, but if it's a victim, it could be a young person, and it's a juvenile referral report. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be anything massive, is it? But you never know. I mean, I guess I've never been arrested, but Right. As for full pages, yeah, I think this, whatever this is a follow up from the juvenile report from this particular victim. So fully redacted pages is 1, 2. Okay, just 2 redacted pages. That's fine. I mean, in a way, I hate the redacted pages because it means, I can't go through them. But also, I love the redacted pages because it means we can skip ahead. We can skip ahead because there are many more files than what I've already done. Certified mail. Reese Leopold, Consumer Justice Attorney, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida 33410. 7160-3901-9845-1468-3274. Okay. PB2, Miami FBI, redacted, North Miami Beach, Florida 33169. September 08, 2008. Okay. Committed to Justice, Truth and Safety, Reese Leopold, Consumer Justice Attorneys. September 04, 2008. Certified mail number redacted. Miami, FBI, redacted, North Miami Beach, Florida, 33169. RE. Jeffrey Epstein, criminal investigation. Date of indictment, 7/19/06. Okay, something more interesting. Dear Sir or Madam, pursuant to the Public Records Act, Chapter 119 of the Florida Statutes, I am writing to request a copy of any and all evidence, documents, etc., including but not limited to papers and things as listed on the attached property receipt, attached as Exhibit A, regarding the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein, pertaining to the indictment by the Palm Beach County Grand Jury, issued on July 19, 2006. This request includes copies of every document related to the above matters, regardless of the format in which the information was stored, or whether it is currently in your possession or in storage. If you refuse to provide this information, Chapter 119 of the Florida Statutes requires you to advise me in writing and indicate the applicable exemption to the Public Records Act. Also, please state with particularity the reasons for your decision, as required by Section 119.07(2). If the exemptions you are claiming only applies to a portion of the records, please delete that portion and provide photocopies of the remainder of the records, according to Section 119.07(2). I reserve the right to appeal your decision to withhold any information. Okay. And this stuff at the bottom is just, I'm guessing, blurb, part of the company, the kind of stuff they cover. Okay, September 04, 2008, page 202. I would appreciate it you would provide this information to me as requested by statute by no later than September 15, 2008. If you have any questions or need additional information to expedite this request, please call me. Very truly yours, redacted by redacted paralegal. Redacted. Okay, so these could be this could be like a letter from Epstein's lawyers requesting what the evidence they've got against him is, which is part of the criminal process. Oh, fuck me sideways. This is more shitty writing. Just what I love. Palm Beach Police Department, property receipt, search warrant return. Okay. So, evidence and trial? Yeah, evidence and trial, those options are selected. Incident, citation number redacted, date time recovered, 10/20/2005. Property number, leave blank, well, it's also redacted. Address where property impounded, 258 ER Brillo. Okay, suspect's name, DOB, Epstein Jeff, 120, looks like 557 or something like that. This can't be right. Address, 358, Phil Brillo, Exhibit A. Okay. Oh, gee, okay. So items 1 through 12. Okay, item 1, quantity 1, a phone message book. Brackets kitchen, I think that says. Item 2, quantity 3, phone message book, office off kitchen, I don't know. Item 3, quantity 3, file folder, messages, WA, more files, pictures, I'm assuming in this could be in brackets. Item 4, quantity 1, shredded paper, marked amber, office and kitchen, maybe. I think that says. God, this is hard. Item number 5. Quantity 1 to 5, I think? Or quantity 1. Orange file folder. Marked marriage. Oh, no. Marked massage. Yeah, massage is the cover. Items 2 to 5 from office of kitchen. Okay. 6. Quantity V. Okay. Binge massage table or from close. This is really, really illegible. Close closet. I think closet. Yeah, off. Yeah. Okay. Beige massage table. Brown massage table. Foyer. Black framed photo of nude girl. Pictures in frame. Okay, quantity 9. Something 6 to 8 from something. Sorry, I'm trying my best here. An arrow pointing upwards from yellow/blue room off kitchen. I think that might be foyer as well. I think this is writing here. 10 quantity 8. Photos from office off post. Yeah, a bunch of redactions here. Photos from something left. and that's a redaction there. 12.2. I think that says a P. Oh, photos table on right, maybe? Yeah. Table on right? I'm not sure. Okay. Bunch of fucking redactions here. Hereby acknowledge that the above list represents all property impounded by me in the official performance of my duty as police officer. So this is for seized evidence. ID 7915 Unit D2. So that's the officer. Received by I redacted the officer by whom this warrant, I think that word would say. Redacted. Do you swear that the above inventory contains a true and detailed... Redacted. The authority of this warrant, sworn to and subscribed before me, this 21st day of October 2005. Yeah, so this whole thing has been going on for a long-ass time. But he has had stuff seized from him before everything sort of blew up. Alright. Okay, we've got more. So a bunch of redactions here. A bunch of repeats, I should say. Investigation citation number, it was redacted before. This one is 05368. Property number 05-1024. That wasn't redacted, it's a different one. So was his name, yep, this is all the same. Okay. Description. I will omit the quantity of the items because realistically the description of the item should more than describe what I'm covering. Now, how long have I been going for? 2.5 hours. I've been going for 2.5 hours. Well, I think I can go a little bit longer. I do want to make sure I get to sleep on a decent time because, you know, my physical health has not been the best, I will admit. But I will try and carry on tomorrow as well. But I want to be able to be in tip-top shape for when I record wearing power armor to a magic school. And all the others on Thursday, because Thursday and Friday are long-ass days for me. Oh. But no, I'm doing much better. So these are items 13 to 25 here. So description, quantity 2. VHS tapes from something by Paul, maybe? P-A-U-L? I don't know. CDs marked Happy Birthday. Now, we've seen these before. I think these are in dataset 3. Credenza, maybe? Buys photos framed from Cabana? Message book, first floor, SW corner, or southwest corner. Message book from disc inside, or from inside. CDs from disc, DVD from disc, or desk, I should say. He's got a bunch of desks, though. Thames. Bunch of scribbles, 19, 20, 21. I don't know. From first floor, 540, maybe? This is very, very illegible. Framed photos from desk, framed photos from table, in southwest corner office. Soap on rope. God, we fucking saw that one. I remember we started the stream with that shit. That was from, that was the very start of dataset 3, I believe. Soap on rope. I need bedroom. It was basically a sex toy. Then tie-in torpedo in brown box. Soap on rope, middle bedroom. Bedroom? Bathroom, maybe? Large framed picture from foyer into master bedroom. And repeats here, Unit D2. Yeah, we got apparently, 6 of these altogether. These are not great. Anyway. Incident citation number. Yeah, these repeats here. We're going to carry on. So 27 to 40, these items. Okay, well, they've... The writing is a little bit better, but just the scan is awful. What does this say? School tracker riot? I don't know. Redacted. Master bedroom desk. Portrait of Joy Lily, maybe. Master bedroom. Cadoza. Master bedroom, I think that says. Cadoza. Videotapes. Videotapes and a half. Oh, Sex and... or one of two. Sex and the City. Eaten, redacted. I Love Lesbians. 4. Master bedroom. Okay. They found his fucking porn tapes. Frame photos from men's basic. From men's basic EM master bedroom. I don't know. Green master table. Men's Romania master bedroom. I don't know. DNA Tex Grease, maybe? I'm probably getting some of these wrong, unfortunately. This is so poorly written. Thrifty rental agreement from redacted, copied. Okay. Note from redacted, Okay, value, quantity 11 CDs from Office of Kitchen. Zip CDs from bookcase, return. Okay, so these have got the return to Epstein. 8-minute video tapers from bookcase, I think. Compact flash cards from bookcase, return. Flashpoint from camera on bookcase, return to owner. Zip CDs from bookcase, return. CDs from bookcase, items 35 to 40 from guest house, return. So they've got to give some of the seized items back, presumably if they found it's not evidence or something like that. I don't know. All right. Filled in details up here is repeats. And again, this looks like the shittiest handwriting I've ever seen. Item 41 to 53. Quantity 11. Floppy disks from desk, middle shelf. Return. Zip drive of disk, front guest room. Return. Power cord for CPU from guest room. CPU from guest bedroom. 8-minute videotapes in guest bedroom. Return. Max LCDR in first bedroom. Return. Copied. Disc in clear box. Return. Zip discs from guest room. Return. Items number 35 to 48 from guest bedroom or something. This is all scribbled out. The return is scribbled out, it looks like, from bedroom. Massage book from... It looks like birdhouse. From it could start with a B, but last part of that word is house. Office. Okay. Return. Massage book. Return. Compact flash drive for cards from something. CDs return. Number 49 to 54 return. Okay. CPU from guest house. This could be guest house, I suppose. Guest house office return. And that's a repeat there. Okay. 54 to 58, I think. This is page 5 or 6. Description. Power cord to CPU, number 53. CPU from office of kitchen, redacted. That's got a return note there. Power cord to item 55. CDs, 55 to 70, 55 to 57 from office. Of kitchen, return. Peach, massage table. Peach being the colour. Upstairs, return. Okay. Bunch of returns, but it just says return. There's nothing actually written here. So, I mean, maybe the FBI agent involved in writing this report is going as mad as I am right now. Yep, that's repeat. Okay, page 6 of 6. Item, I can't even tell what number that's supposed to be. Quantity 1, that's circled. Value number 1. Description, green photo frame with naked girl. Return. I think they circled this because this is potentially damning. But yeah, apart from that, it says return, all return across the board, and then it's received by something, and that's a 6 there. I don't think that's a repeat. Yeah. Oh no, that's the date. So it just says 6 on its own, nothing there. Received. That's 500k or something like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to get to the end of this file, and then we're going to stop the recording of the reading of the Epstein file. I'm stuttering a little bit, and I'm getting a little bit drained from this, I will admit. But I think we made some pretty good progress. Not the file number I would have liked to get to. We only made it through like a few actual files, but there was a lot per file in a way. So we've increased it by a couple of hundred at least. A couple of hundred? Yeah, I reckon. September 04, 2008, page 202. I would appreciate it if you would provide this information to me as required by statute by no later than September 15, 2008. If you have any questions or need additional information to expedite this request, please call me. Very truly yours, redacted paralegal, redacted. Jesus Christ. Okay, massive redaction. 17, 14, 17, 17, 17, 17, 16, 17, 17, 17, 15, 16, 14, 17, 17, 16, 17, 16, 15 or 16, 16, 16, 15, 17, 17, 16, 16, 16, 15, 17, 17, 16, 17, 17, 15, 16. I have a nasty suspicion these are the ages of whoever is in this redacted column here. These could be these could be a list of names of victims, and these could be their ages at the time of the horrible crimes going down. Youngest is 15, but we have seen younger ages show up, like referred to in documents. It might be that, might not. Okay, thankfully it doesn't continue. Redacted. The following investigation was conducted by SA redacted. On 08/27/2007, at approximately 8:26 a.m., this writer received a telephone call from SA Redacted. SA Redacted advised she had just been notified that Jeffrey Epstein's private plane, bearing tail number N909JE, was due to take off from St. Thomas's Airport, Cyril E. King Airport, within the next 5 minutes. This writer advised SA Redacted he would make some phone calls to see if he could have the flight delayed while he responded to the airport. At approximately 8:27 a.m., this writer then contacted Redacted, Federal Security Director, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, United States Virgin Islands. This writer asked if there was any way to delay a flight from taking off due to the possibility of that flight bearing targets of interest in a criminal investigation. Redacted advised the only way he could delay a flight if there was a threat to the safety of the flight. Yeah, he could delay a flight if there was a threat to the safety of the flight. This writer informed Duffy this case did not meet that criteria. Redacted then provided this writer with the phone number to Air Traffic Control, ATC. This writer then contacted ATC Redacted, and spoke with Redacted, the codename used by the individual working at the tower. I identified myself to Redacted and asked him the status of the flight for Redacted. Redacted advised the plane had filed a flight plan that showed estimated departure as being 4 minutes prior to our conversation. Redacted advised the plane was still processing through customs at this time. I asked Redacted if he had the capability of delaying the flight due to the plane possibly transporting targets of interest in a criminal investigation. Redacted advised he could delay the flight a few minutes by informing the pilot of our approach, should the pilot request permission to take off prior to my arrival. This writer then departed for Cyril E. King Airport. While en route to the airport, this writer contacted SST Redacted, FBI St. Thomas, and requested she contact United States Customs and Border Patrol, CBP, and inform them of my impending arrival. This writer then contacted SA Redacted and informed her of my departure to the airport. At approximately 8:44 a.m., this writer received a telephone call from Redacted, Supervisor CBP. This writer told Redacted there were possibly 2 female targets getting ready to Redacted. Okay, and this is line 2. Take off of the aforementioned plane. Not line 2, sorry, page 2. Redacted told this writer to meet him at the cargo entrance of the airport. Upon arriving at the airport's cargo entrance, this writer was met by Redacted and 2 of his co-workers. This writer followed Redacted to the aforementioned plane, which was parked in a waiting area with the engines off. This writer showed Redacted and his co-workers the picture of the 2 female targets, and explained the purpose was to serve the 2 females with target letters. Redacted stepped away and went to speak with the pilot of the aircraft. This conversation between Redacted and the pilot occurred out of this writer's range of hearing. Redacted returned and advised the pilot informed him that Epstein was the only passenger scheduled on this flight. Redacted informed me he was going to check the plane as part of their customs check and asked me to accompany him. Redacted advised they had the legal authority to board any aircraft going to the United States. Boarded the plane along with Redacted and the other 2 CBP personnel. We walked the length of the plane and ascertained there was no one on board. We then disembarked the plane. Redacted had one of his personnel go into the airport to ensure the female targets were not present inside the terminal. The CBP officer returned and advised Epstein was alone and was still processing through customs. At approximately 8:55 a.m., this writer contacted Redacted at ATC. This writer told Redacted the plane had been checked. Redacted advised he did not have to delay the plane or take any action to delay the flight, as the pilot never requested permission to take off. At approximately 8:59 a.m., this writer contacted SA Redacted and advised her Epstein was travelling alone. SA Redacted advised she had just obtained that information from another source. Note: all times referenced in this insert were taken from this writer's cellular telephone call history. Okay, so looks like this is a report of them trying to basically catch them in the act with a private plane, of Epstein basically taking young girls to another location, but it looks like Epstein was alone in this case. Okay, a bunch of scribblings. Okay. Let me have a look here. 8:10, nothing. 8:19, Redacted, scribbled out. 1100. That's what it says here. 8:27, 2 Redacted. 8:38. Newark, maybe? 8:40, incoming from Redacted. 8:45, in from Redacted. 8:47, in from Redacted. 9:18, DC of Redacted. 9:32, DC of Redacted. 9:33, Redacted. 9:36, Redacted. 9:36, incoming. New something? New aircraft, maybe? And that's what it would have said there as well. New aircraft. 9:38, out something. NEWACN, maybe. Newark? I don't know. Writing is bad. The handwriting is terrible. That's an 8 and a bunch of redactions in the margin. 8:27, NGIJY, maybe? 8:47, 8:27 redacted. 8:50, 9:50, 9:05, 9:16, 9:18, 9:32, 8:59, 10:30. Nothing under these. Very, very strange. Oh my god! How am I supposed to read this? Oh, well, yeah. This will be the last sort of set of files I do tonight because God, this handwriting is going to take years off of my life. It's not the horrible accounts of the victims. It's not any of the other dark shit we've seen. It's the really shitty handwriting of federal agents. Like, use cursive! Use lines! How am I supposed to read this? Plain FBI... Ken, ST... something? NRII, maybe? Redacted at the top, redacted here. Called TSA Director. Called Air Traffic. People intent. Flying plane. I mean, these could be just like scribbled notes they're making at the time and then they compile it into a report. People of interest on flying on plane. Possibly on... Okay, for possibly on plane. Any way to delay. That's what they're looking for. What station... What staff on the plane? Or staffs or persons on the plane? If we could delay the takeoff. Air traffic control. Pilot name. Requested takeoff. Got to airport. Met with redacted CBP. Richard is the supervisor, maybe? I think that says Richard. Epstein never passed through customs. Customs chief Maine. Needed to... SEV? SEVVTE? ETA set? Or something like that. One letters to 2 females. Yeah, letters to 2 females may not be on the plane or be on the plane. I don't know. Customs chief Maine, 2 young females. Customs. CBP pilot. WALK sent seminal Epstein appear, maybe? Show pictures, so presumably this is them showing the pictures of the girls to the staff, and they're trying to find out like where the girls are. Couple then called air traffic, CBP, redacted, never requested clearance, no hold up, approach plane, pilot comm off, told the pilot going to look around, therefore authority to go on the plane, I guess, or any plane. Okay, oh, well, this is neater. Redacted, NM, AMJ, 6099. Why is it always the neat writing stuff that's heavily redacted? Oh well, redacted. Cell, NJCA choose, phone, NM Thurs, FL choose. So various state names. Redacted, going to be in Miami. Pick something, redacted fax, bunch of redactions, office. Okay, this is the last file. In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit, in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, State of Florida, case number 08CF009381AXXXMB, Division W, versus Jeffrey Epstein, defendant. So this stamp is just Ellen Beach County, Florida, Circuit Criminal, versus Jeffrey Epstein, defendant. Agreed order correcting Scrivener's error. This matter came before the court upon the agreement of Jack A. Goldberger, Esquire Attorney for the defendant, and Barbara Burns, Esquire Assistant State Attorney, and the court being otherwise fully appraised of the facts and circumstances therein. It is hereby ordered and adjudged that the order of community control is corrected to delete special condition number 26, supervision by DOC by means of an electronic monitoring device or system, and special condition number 27, electronic monitoring 24 hours per day. The plea agreement and plea colloquy clearly reflect that the defendant was not to be placed on the electronic monitor. Okay. Done and ordered in Chambers, West Palm Beach, County, Florida, this 4th day of May 2009. With a signature. Jeffrey Colbath, Circuit Court Judge. Copies furnished, Jack A. Goldberger, Esquire, Attorney for Defendant. Barbara Burns, Esquire, Assistant State Attorney, Department of Corrections, Probation and Parole. Scanned May 05, 2009. I hereby certify that the foregoing is a true copy of the record in my office. This date by... yeah, both redacted. Faxed 54002, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to end this stream here. We've been going for almost 3 hours at this point. However, I'm sort of feeling the tiredness kick in. I do want to get to bed early, and a lot of this has been very difficult reading. Like, some of the... I understand that as you do police work, you normally write scribbles, and then after that you write the report, but a lot of these scribbles have been very illegible. But we have got some decent records and court documents and stuff, so it's not too bad. And then, of course, we got... oh my god, we got all of this shit. Well, I'll scout that ahead. It might be that I'll be able to go through repeats and just summarize as I go through, just to make sure I'm being thorough. I'm just scouting a few of these ahead. We'll do these in the next stream. Yep, subpoenas for T-Mobile, a bunch of fucking forms. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, evidence being collected. That's not too terrible. Twin torpedoes, yep, more fucking sex toys, just what we need. Receipts, so it's not all that bad. A lot of these forms coming up are a lot easier to go through. One adult soap. But stuff like this is what we've done. This is something we've done before. But in the case of these, I will do what I did last time. I will aim to summarize and breeze through these quickly. As much as I could read, like 1 minute, 2 minute, etc., etc. A lot of it is heavy repeats and is very irrelevant information. But I will try my best to sort of skim through it while putting the meaning across. And I will scroll through them as I do to make sure I am thorough and to also show it on the stream as I go through. So, you know, this is going to be archived on YouTube. And so afterwards people can look at it. You know, they can take a look for themselves. See if I missed anything, maybe, and point it out to me. All of that can happen. So yeah, so we went through a lot of the bad stuff, but it does look like with a few more forms, we will be able to breeze a little bit further past this. And if I can just double check, yeah, we're about 1,000 files away from completing dataset 4. Now we've not done 1,000 files this stream. I would say it's closer to a couple of hundred, if that. But as we go through these, a lot of this will be unnarratable information, or information I can breeze through and deal with repeats, and basically not skip through, not entirely skip through, but gloss over it a little bit for sort of ease of reading. But I will make sure it shows up on the stream at least. Anyway, that's it, ladies and gents. I mean, as you're aware, I've been drinking a lot of water during the stream. I need to deal with the natural consequences of that and go to bed. So, ladies and gents, and also my cats are running around downstairs. I need to play with them for a bit, tire them out, and then we all go to bed. So, yeah, I hope you had an interesting time. Not the most interesting content, but we did have a few highlights. So, as always, I will try and clip those, and I will see if I can upload them as separate videos, just for ease of people that don't necessarily want to go through these several hour streams. Anyway, that's enough rambling. I do that a lot.